appreciate. The New York and Los Angeles Weekly Times voted our program a top 50 in the world of entertainment. Wednesday night, thank you for that. Wednesday night, St. Ricketts, Kingdom Fall, from the self-titled album St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com. And they are the house band. What else can I tell you? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday night, we are 110% live on the Air Show.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Good evening, everybody. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, with me again for week 2 after surviving week 1 and actually saying, yeah, I do it again. The super cool, the super awesome, the lovely Miss Cheyenne Ettinger. Ettinger! Nailed it! I'm going to nail it all night. It's a bet.
I hope Alicia's watching this. That way she can be proud.
Be proud. Alicia was terrific as well.
Chime in if you're here.
Yeah, chime in. Everybody chime in if you're here. The comments are already going nuts. Our dudes from Beyond the Barrier, my dude Mark, American Mosh Pits in the house. They work on projects together. Super cool. This guy, Ryan Beckett, is it? My girl Jeff and my girl Shy. Count my ass in. I count your ass in for everything. Wow. And Jordy is in the house.
Jordy.
Good evening. There is Mark with an AO. Thank you, Mark. The Shark. I love it. I love the nickname, dude. I keep one on my desk, as we've done during the Meet My Desk segments.
I got one on my arm for good.
There you go. I'm flattered. I really am. JD Wolf, of course, in the house. Yo from the Northland, our #1 fan out there in Minnesota. Watching as always, we love it. And Alicia is somewhere shaking. Alicia's shaking this time and not farting.
Yeah, one or the other.
One or the other.
Maybe both.
Cheyenne, we're in for a treat tonight. Definitely something interesting. Kinsey King in the house. Dauk, Dean, what's up? I don't know, but okay. Is that a Twitch person? I love Twitch people. Tonight on the program, these dudes do incredible work. They go out to concerts, they film, they shoot, and trust me, I've seen them in action. They get into the action. It's American Mosh Pits. We welcome Vince tonight from American Mosh Pits at around 8:30 this evening. I'm excited. I'm excited about what they do. And like us, Cheyenne, with Milo Sky and you and your friends, and us, we chase these bands around. We love music. We love to get out and get it done. So I'm excited for this tonight.
Me too. I can't wait.
Yeah, Jordy is in fact here.
Yay.
And this guy said yes. Thank you. No, you're not alone on Twitch tonight, JD. JD's usually our main Twitch guy. And Cheyenne, I don't know how much you know about Twitch, but we'll get like 20 views, 30 views, depending who's on. One night I had an adult film star,
okay.
the Dan Dangler. She's very sexy, and she got hundreds of views on Twitch. And
nice.
Hundreds of it, yeah. So we love our Twitchers. Hello.
Yeah.
It's not a big platform for us, but I like it. Last week, you two ladies did 15 per, and I tell you what, 15.
Yeah.
People were like 15. It's a pretty big number for us on Twitch.
That's good. I never used Twitch. I don't think I've ever used it. I don't know why I would, but it's cool. So
it's a little different. The Ettinger sisters are bringing the heat. They're already talking about their own little showdown. One of these nights, we got to arrange some. Maybe I'll have Ryan help arrange a little
Oh,
Ettinger sister
boy.
showdown of some sort.
That would be so much fun. I can only
That
imagine what would be
that
talked
would be.
about.
We're not going anywhere. We're here for years on end. Filming bands, and of course, doing the iPhone is cool too. I've got
Mhm.
taught lessons on how to make your sound a little better, etc. American Mosh Pits, they do a great job. We're excited for them tonight. A massive thank you to last week. It was Cheyenne's debut. Bravo, by the way. And we had an awesome guest, ML Elizabeth from Eternal Frequency. I want to thank her for coming on. I had a great time. I don't know about you, and we will talk about it a little bit tonight. Your styles of music. Of course, Mosh Pit's a little more metal.
Mhm.
Milo Sky, a little more of a classic. I like to say kind of a psychedelic classic rock meets modern rock.
Mhm.
What is like your premier? What are like your go-tos?
My go-tos, I have a wide variety. I go from anything. It really just depends on my mood. So I go from anything like indie to classic rock, sometimes K-pop. I had a little K-pop
A little
phase.
K-pop.
I grew up listening to a lot of country because of my grandparents. So I like a lot of stuff. I'm not really super picky when it comes to music, but if I had to pick, I'd say more rock pop.
Okay, I buy that. Your answer is slightly biased, and that's okay.
Mhm. Yeah, a little biased.
A little bit, and that's okay. We dig that here too, and there's no shame in loving what your significant other does, what your friends
Mhm.
do, etc. We're gonna get to this later. Trust me, we are definitely getting to that
Oh
later
no.
because, good Lord, the heat was, and not only was there heat, and it's just one of the many things I want to talk about tonight: opinions, etc. We're gonna get into all that, but man, the people were getting personal with my past
Ooh.
over the Beatles.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw your Facebook post. I read some of the comments and then I didn't go back. Like it just disappeared on my feed, but I can only
Good,
imagine
good.
what has been commented since I saw it.
Wow, and even on other people's feet. Alicia is in the house. Hi, Jeff and Cheyenne. Hello,
Woo!
Alicia Ettinger. I promise I'm going to do it right all night. So I'm going to keep on saying it. The Ettinger sisters absolutely are sensational. I thank you both
Thank
for your
you.
work. And tonight we should have a good time as well. I'm very excited for that. We're going to do a little fun little Q&A thing later on. It's a little segment that I made up tonight for Cheyenne. It's going to be called Are You Like Me? I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to see how she responds. And do we respond the same and how people are? Because me and Jewel have tried it. Me and Jewel, for people who do this show so long and so well, really have opposite answers. It's wild.
I'm very excited for this. I can't
Good.
wait.
Be excited. I don't want to call you out or say anything bad tonight because you're kind enough to come on. But how could you possibly? But then again, I'm wearing the hat. How could you wear that shirt today? What in
I don't
the hell?
know. We were wearing it all day and we watched the game and it went downhill, obviously. But I like the jersey. It's comfy and I feel like it's just a classic look. So I was like, I'm keeping it on. Ryan
I
told me to
get
take
it.
it off and I was like, I just like wearing it. So
There you go.
no, you still gotta
We're
rep them.
sure we're a Philly first show. I mean,
Yep.
even my freaking Yingling's got it on the can, and I'm not going to drink my Yingling.
Yeah, come on. I got a Corona this time, so I don't have any Phillies beer, but
That's okay. And no shots
no,
this week. Prep
no shots, no
prep the
shots.
boys ahead of time. No shots.
We got to get up early, so probably no shots tonight.
I'm with you. Tomorrow is this is like my 7 a.m. week. Like I got to be in by 7 a.m.
Ooh, no,
And
we're going to the beach tomorrow, so getting up for vacation really early is one thing. Getting up for work is no,
yeah,
totally different vibe.
I'm with you. Last weekend we went to the Chesapeake. My friend
Oh
Steve's
yeah, yeah, I
got a
saw that.
nice he's got a nice little boat, and she's all about it. She's a water freak. She
Me
loves
too.
the beach. She loves the sun. And I'm like, I went to high school with this dude that's got the boat. I'm like, I don't know if this dude knows how to drive a boat, but of course he's got a license. He's Coast Guard certified, and he does work with the
Nice.
Coast Guard and all. And it was turned out to be great. And she's like, "See," I'm like, "Okay, yeah, swallow my pride. You were right. It was great." She's always, I hate that. She's always right.
I mean, us women, we're usually right.
Usually, and
Usually, I'll say usually. I've been
look at
wrong.
look at the men you get to mold. Though you get to mold like these. Childlike, playful mind men. So we're easy to manipulate because we're always wrong. Chesapeake. In Chesapeake, actually down in Baltimore or Maryland. Did I say Baltimore?
That's where we're
Maryland.
going tomorrow, Maryland. My ass.
Your ass is on display tonight. That's the second time we're referring to your ass. Thank you for that. The amazing Ryan Beckett of Milo Sky. Come visit his ass at a local show coming soon.
Yes.
Why not? Great stuff. So I got to ask. Last week, of course, your first experience with us.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think? How was it? Is there nerves? Is it just, you know what, this is cool? Do you think like hundreds, thousands could be watching you? Give us a little rundown about how it felt.
I had a lot of fun. As soon as we said goodbye, we came upstairs. Ryan and I were talking. He was like, "You killed it," and I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "I just had so much fun. Like, I loved it." I always wanted to be on a podcast or have my own podcast, so I feel like it was pretty normal just to sit and chat. I love to talk to anybody, so talking to you, I've obviously been to shows with you before. Very easy to talk to. ML was very sweet. I love talking to her, getting to know her. So I feel like it was just exactly what I thought it would be. I loved it.
Very cool, and I
Not
thank you
nervous. For a second, I was a little nervous, and I was like, "What is there to be nervous about?" I'm not like in front of people like Ryan is on stage, so,
right?
A little bit easier. So I loved it.
That's great, and I thank you for that. I kind of grew into that too. In the beginning, it was a little nervous, and when the guests come on, sometimes you're a little nervous because you want to be. And I hate to say this word, but you want to be perfect for your guests. You want them to feel at home. You want to know that you're there for them, not against them. Like you see some of these shows where people like rip guests and say bad questions and all that. I'm like, man, why? So I like that. I like to
trying to embarrass them. It's like, for what? What are we doing?
Oh, we got a quiz. Guess what? I don't know.
You can only guess. Oh my god, I have no idea. This could either be McDonald's related or fart related. So who knows?
I was going to say, if Ryan's around, he's going to come up with she farted. American Mosh Pits and Vin are kick-ass people. I agree, Daniel. Thank you. Vin is super cool. Got to meet him at Sweeney's of all places. We know the place well.
Sweeney's is awesome.
A lot of people say how big of a stage that Sweeney's is for bands getting started. I say it. Mm-hmm. And I met them there, and he's like, just moshing away. And then Nailbite was there, and they made a square, and they had a competition, $100 to the last person in the square. Well, of course, I got my ass kicked out real fast, but still, that's very cool. So Alicia has a horse show this Sunday. After you just said I was done competing, congratulations! See, we bring people out here on the O Show. We get them back into that art. Yeah, so go do it, man. Everybody do it.
She's gonna bring home some awards. I already know that.
I love it. This Sunday I'll be playing fantasy football.
I wanted to go see her. Ryan actually said we should go out and see her, but we'll be at the beach still. But next one, we'll be there.
Next one. Yeah.
As long as it's not the day of a gig, we'll be there.
Makes sense. That's the only tough part is finding room for everybody's gigs. This feels like you're at someone's house chilling and talking. Exactly, JD. JD knows. He's been following us a long time. That's what it's all about. I mean, this is like you're in like the depths of my man cave, and trust me.
This isn't even my room. This is my boyfriend's room. He has
I like that though.
Posters,
Right.
Last week was in the basement. They were just practicing, so tonight I'm up in his room. So
I got you. And
location switch up.
And bravo on the easy switch up, because if I switch and take the other side of the room, it takes days. So I got cords everywhere and a mess.
Yeah.
Trust me, the mess is on that. So you see the side that looks somewhat, hey, that guy's place is cool.
Organized mess.
Or the other side is a mess. My wife will gladly tell you. So at least you go on Facebook and join this. Okay, she's doing it on YouTube. That's also cool. YouTube is where people gauge how popular a show is, although we've been killing it on Facebook the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Michigan Metal Fest. I'm jealous of that. That's very cool. A mosh, metal music. Is that something, have you ever experienced it? Have you ever been in it? Do you think you could be in it? Yeah?
I don't think I could be in it. I think I would immediately get kicked out or die. But I've seen them. I've been around them. The first time I ever experienced one, I went to, it was called Self-Help Festival out in Philly. I think I was a senior in high school. A bunch of like my friends and I went to go see A Day to Remember, 21 Pilots, all those guys. It was right before 21 Pilots really took off, which is pretty cool to say. But
Sure.
there was two different stages, and it was all like a mix of like metal music, just stuff that I wasn't exactly used to. And I remember a mosh just opened up right next to us, and I was like, "Whoa, what is going on?" Like little 18-year-old me was like, "Oh my god, I'm scared." But it was cool. It was cool to see, but I didn't join in.
I gotcha.
I
Ryan,
wouldn't be here if I joined in.
right, Ryan, I can't put that comment up. As funny as it is, I'm laughing at it. I can't put that up. But it's funny. Uh,
Oh
I've
god.
been I've been in a few, and I'm not great at it because I break easily.
Yeah,
And the
me
first
too.
time I really saw a crazy one, I went to see it was White Zombie, Pantera, and the Deftones. Deftones come out first.
Okay.
Not a lot of people on the floor. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I can get down with this. White Zombie came on. There was some little pushing, little shoving, little
Mhm.
moshing, not bad. Pantera comes on, and they hit the first note, and the curtain opens, and my God, there was people by the hundreds just burying everybody. And the girl I was with at the time, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so scared." I actually picked her up, put her over the fence so she
Yeah,
can
you
go back
gotta.
to. Yeah, she went back to the lawn, and I just turned around. I'm like, "Here we go," and I just started rolling with fists
Yeah.
and arms, and whew.
I didn't understand. I mean, I knew what they were, but that was my first time ever seeing it. And I've been to 2 EDM festivals now, which you wouldn't think that would happen at an EDM festival because it's just very like house music, like everyone's on drugs, drunk, whatever, like on shoulders, dancing. And
Yeah,
mosh pits would break out because EDM music is very, very vague, like not vague, broad.
okay.
There's like kind of like a death metal mix to it, and then there's like the happy, like, psychedelic vibe. But mosh pits were breaking out at EDC, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, I can't do this.
It is an art form to say the
It
least. I was
is.
in that 6th Century video. We kind of banged around a little bit. That was cool. Great pits indeed, and a lot of bands have really good mosh pits. Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh, I saw them
There you
too.
go. And of
They're a
course,
good band, but still, I'm not a mosh pit
I
girl.
get, and that's okay.
I'll watch. I think they're funny to watch, but I'll never get in there.
And the Grimjacks, I've been moshed by the big twins, boy. They're big guys. So when they mosh you, yeah, at least you get McDonald's. Get me McDonald's too while we're at it.
We got Taco Bell last time.
Hate breed.
After
This is
this,
real. Oh man, guys are. See, I need that. Hate breed is. Oh my God, there's so many good bands that people are popping up with. But yeah, like last time I ended up having a bowl of cereal, and I'm like, I want McDonald's, I want Taco Bell. But like I said, we got to be up at like 5:30
I
in the
know.
morning. Yeah.
I ordered us. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little drunk by the end of the show, and I was like, I'm just gonna Uber Eats us some Taco Bell.
Oh,
And Ryan's like, no, don't do it, don't do it. And I did it, and he was so happy. He was like, come on, I'm never wrong. What did I say?
right. God,
What did
I
I
tell
say?
you, you and Cassie. Let's do that real quick. We still got about 12 minutes for Vin comes on, or Vince, or Vincent, whatever he wants me to call. I'll call him whatever the hell he wants because he's cool. And I'd say I loaded up music to play a little bit later. But yeah, get him a Big Mac. I love how you guys can communicate in the magic world of the comment section. Now you mentioned DoorDash, and
Mhm.
I a lot of times am guilty. The markup, the tax, the delivery charge, the tip.
It's crazy.
Doesn't it? Does it burn you inside before, during, after, or both?
I would say
Or all rather, not both. All.
I would say both, but more so after, because before you're just like, I'm just so, especially if you're drunk, and you can't
Oh,
drive. You're like, I
oh
just
yeah.
want food, I need it, whatever. But then after, you're like, did I really need to do that? Like,
Right?
you know. But I usually, so I'll check Uber Eats and I'll check DoorDash and I'll see which one has the cheaper delivery fee. Because
Yeah, I'm with
sometimes they
that.
have a $0 delivery fee, or like you can like get points. Like I like to use Uber a lot, so I'll get points and use that to get free Uber Eats. But it does hurt a little bit the next day being like, why did I pay $10 for like a delivery fee and then $5 for a tip? It's dumb.
Right? It hurts. Tonight Ryan is using Sister Eats. Alicia's going out and making a run.
There you
Charge
go.
him a fee. Damn it.
Sister Eats. Woo!
Sister Eats. Hey, this could be something we're on to. Paying more to not have to drive somewhere, I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point. There's nights where
Yeah.
there's days when me and Cassie will wake up a little hungover, and she's like, "I ain't going nowhere." I'm like, "I ain't
Hmm.
going nowhere." Next thing you know, you pay $30 for a couple sandwiches,
I
and
know,
you're not really you're upset about it, but
but
not
it's
as a
worth it. I mean,
right. If
in my mind, as long as I'm not driving and hurting myself or anyone else, if I'm drunk, I can justify it. If so, I went on vacation with my best friends a couple years ago to Florida, and we were just going to Uber eat some food to our hotel, and we looked it up. It was literally like maybe a mile away. We were like, why don't we just walk? Like, let's just get some scenery in and save some money. So, it really just depends. But
it
don't drink and
does,
drive to get McDonald's. It's not worth it.
no, do
Just
not.
the $10 to save your life and not get your car totaled because then you're going to pay a lot more money. So,
True, and I
no.
always said that at because if you live close to a bar, the last round of drinks will cost you maybe $10.
Mhm.
So will the Uber to get you home. Cut off that last round, put the $10 to the Uber. Drink
Yep,
off this guy.
exactly. No.
Somebody cut him off. But I agree. Clayton said, for real, these fees are nuts. Might as well just drive yourself or drive
No.
myself. You think that way, but like I said, when you're hungover or when you're tired or when sports season comes like football, like I don't want to drive anywhere. I just want to
Yeah,
sit there and let it come to me.
exactly.
Thank you, Liam. We do not condone drinking and driving. Liam, you get the round of applause tonight. You are the big winner here on the Milo Sky board. I guess tonight we get Ryan and
We
Liam.
got the whole crew with us
They're
tonight.
right. Oh, I'm very excited for that.
I can hear them downstairs right now.
I don't go to the stadiums. I like my football home. My baseball I go to the stadium. I like my football home. Change your profile picture, says the guy with our co-host tonight. Terrific.
Drunk in a hotel bed.
Mom is in the house. Hi, Cheyenne.
Oh,
Looking
that's
good.
my stepmom right
Oh,
there.
stepmom. Sorry.
Yep.
Hello,
My
stepmom.
mom's
Good
probably in
evening.
the crowd somewhere too.
Speaking of crowd, people that are in, we got our guests backstage. Let's do it a little early. Can't hurt to do it early, right?
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You know, this is why the people come. They come for the guest co-host. And they come for the guests. And last night I was told, I noticed the Yo Show always finds pretty people to co-host or be the guest. Well, tonight you got me and Vin. I don't know how pretty we are, but Cheyenne's in the house to kind of help that along.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The amazing project is American Mosh Pits, and these dudes get out and they get down and dirty and they party and they shoot video and they interview bands. They do it all. And our guest tonight is one of the absolute masterminds behind it, one of the kingpins, the dude you'll see up front and center of some of this great stuff. Let's welcome in from American Mosh Pits. Welcome in Vin. Vin, I'm not going to try your last name, dude, because it's a biggie. So
Oh my God. You thought my name was hard to say.
Smith. Smith.
Smith.
Is the
That's what I thought. You know, I'm looking at him like it's got to be Smith.
So thank you very much. That was a wonderful welcome that you had there. I hope you guys are okay. I'm out here on the smoking deck,
I like
enjoying
that.
myself and very relaxed, ready for the conversation.
I'm a little jealous, and I'm going to ask what you're smoking because I used to be a big cigar guy before my procedure, if you will. But what do you got there?
Tonight we have it's a little dark, but it's a Free Will by Olivia Cigar Company. It's one of their newer cigars, came out about 2 years ago. And they donate portion of each sale towards military programs. So that's where
Nice.
the Free Will comes in. And it fits my cigar profile perfect. So I love it. And I love giving back to the military. So it's a very cool smoke for me.
Very cool, and that's you winning like you do. And let's get right to that. You know, I usually make a list of questions and things that kind of guideline me on where to go, but I want to get into that because you're a supporter in many ways. You just said the military with the cigars, the bands, of course, the fans, because you get down and dirty with the people in the mosh pit. I seen you mosh at Sweeney's. So tell us, man, how does it feel, and what drives you to be so supportive of all these great causes, military, music, fans, etc.? Because you do an awesome job. Your company represents like over 100,000 followers. You represent a lot of the great stuff that goes on. So tell us a little something about your beginning and becoming such a great supporter.
Okay, so American Mosh Pits was started in 2017. Current owners, David and Lisa, husband and wife, started it. They're out of Arcade, New York. My group met with them in 2023 in July, and that's where we joined on. So we just passed our 1 year with American Mosh Pits, which is my team.
Congratulations.
So what we do is we promote the heavy metal scene by using footage from everything from bars to festivals. We interview the bands. We also interview the crowd people, and we heavily promote our 105,000 followers to attend live events. So when we partner with bands or venues or promoters, wherever it may be, we help get the people to the event without a doubt. So what does it come in with the charities and the support? Well, that all comes in with each individual event, right? Like we just did a huge thing with Michigan Metal Fest, and they were
Yes.
very military focused this year. So they had a program which was free tickets for vets and for active duty. So we participated in that, and I think we gave out close to like 60 tickets
Wow.
to to vets. And what we were doing was, because we do so many live events, we were giving a lot of those out at the live events. I was on stage emceeing, or in between the sets, and we'd have the military people who were there at the event signing up. And it was odd because our company's out of New York.
Okay.
I live in Delaware. My team's out of Delaware. So Michigan Metal Fest, obviously, we're 700 plus miles away, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of hesitant because, like, who's going to really travel from the East Coast out to Michigan? And I'm going to tell you this: we had I would say close to 90% of the tickets we gave away, I saw the people there out in the crowd.
Wow.
So that was amazing. These people, they believed in us and believed in the festival, and they followed out there, and they had a great time.
East Coast brings it. Cheyenne,
East
you're up.
Coast brings it. That's for sure.
Let's go East Coast.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm from the East
Let's go
Coast.
West Coast, but East Coast, we're way better. Come on.
Are you from the East Coast?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, yeah.
in Reading, PA, so I'm like an hour outside Philly.
Okay, and where are you from, Jeff?
Langhorne. So I'm very close to Sweeney's, where we met that first time for that Nail Bite Strange Culture show, and that was a great one. And the funny thing about that, real quick, not to cut off Cheyenne, because we like to take turns of questions, but I met you that night. Our good friend, of course, Mark Fran, introduced us. He's like, I want you to meet Vin from American Mosh Pits. We met, and he's like, yeah, Jeff's got a podcast. You got a podcast? You should be interviewing me. Bring me on. I'm like, yeah, dude, of course. I love your directness. I'm like, of course I'm bringing you on, man. I love everything you do.
Well, my job as the public relations for American Mosh Pits is to get the word out about who we are, and we've grown relatively quick in the past year, so the word is spreading, and everything we're doing is working. So jumping on podcasts is wonderful because we can talk, because a lot of people don't really know what we're about and what we're doing. They just see the videos and see us at the events all fired up, but they don't really know why we're doing all this stuff. And that's something that's pretty cool that we get a chance to talk about.
Absolutely.
So now, can I get back to the East Coast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So I'm lifelong resident of the Delmarva Peninsula. I've lived in Delaware my whole life, and to be able, so David and Lisa were very, very private about this American Mosh Pits thing. They let nobody in. And when we started communicating with them and to be allowed in, that was one of the things we talked about. They were like, because at the time I had a smaller group that were doing some things and posting a lot of stuff. And they were like, you guys go to a lot of shows. Well, it's because of where we're at, right? We're in Delaware. I can be in Philly in an hour and 20. I can be in Baltimore in an hour and a half. I can be in DC in 2 hours. I can be all those places, Love Drafts, 2 hours, So to be in this position and be able to shoot to all these places, it really helped us get to where we are now, no doubt.
Very cool.
And God bless the East Coast. I will live on the Delmarva Peninsula until I die. That's for sure. Been all over the country, and I really feel like the Delmarva Peninsula is probably one of the best places on the country.
Very cool.
Delaware's a great spot. I love it. I used to
What
go there
do you? What are you familiar with Delaware?
So ever since I was a baby, my family always took us to Rehoboth Beach. So
Okay.
we grew up going there every summer. And then my uncle actually for a little bit lived at Rehoboth Bay.
Hmm.
married there. So I don't know. It's just like a fun, like homey spot. Like I used to always want to live there. Just, I don't know. It's just
Give
special.
you an idea. I live in the southern part of Delaware, so I live about 30-minute drive from Rehoboth Beach.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
like,
Well,
probably
I'm
not. So I don't know exactly. My uncle lived in like, there was like a bunch of like trailer homes at the bay,
mhm,
like
mhm.
summer houses and stuff. He lived right back there for a bit. And it
Yeah,
was
there's a
cool
lot of
for,
that back there. There's a
yeah.
lot. As that area has grown over time,
Mhm.
the neighborhoods like you talk about, they've just popped up one after another.
Yeah. I love it
Which,
there.
oh yeah, it's great. You know, as a lifelong Delaware resident, to see the beaches always popping and
Mhm.
the tourists always choosing Delaware to come spend their tourist dollars, it's a great thing, man. And
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, we don't have like a big metal scene here, so I'm always traveling. Maybe I've tried. There's been a couple stores I've been to, but maybe one day. But it's good that we're here and we
Yeah,
can
I
get to
haven't been
these
there in
other
a few
places.
years, but the last time I was there was probably like I want to say 2015, so it's been a while. Um,
Right.
but I mean, it's a great spot, so hopefully.
Thank you. As a Delawarean, we thank you for saying it's a great spot. We appreciate that.
I love it there.
Let's ask about, because moshing and slam dancing, headbanging, etc., draws a reaction from people who have never done it or don't know a lot about it.
Right.
And they're thinking, oh my God, it's so scary. Even my wife, as you've seen in Sweeney, she grabbed me by the shirt and just pulling me out. I'm like, a lot of people are there for the reason. Is a little bit of going to kind of get roughed up, get hurt a little bit, and party? Like, describe to me what a mosh pit means to you, being a guy who
Yeah.
is so involved.
So I am 45,
God
and
bless you.
thank you. And I saw my first hard mosh pit show in October of '94 in Philadelphia. It was Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson. It was the
I was there.
the Downward Spiral tour at the Spectrum.
Yes, I was
Okay.
there.
So I went with my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and that was my first show, and I was a huge Nine Inch Nails fan. So
Same.
I remember we went through the Manson was first, and then I remember her boyfriend was like, "You want to go down there?" And I was like, yeah. So the lights went out, and we went down, and I was like, "This is amazing!" The energy and just what was going on, and I was like, "I got to go to more of this." So I started then, and I can tell you that starting there at age 14, I started going to 1-2 shows a month.
Wow.
And being that I lived in Delaware, Philadelphia was where we went. Philly, Philly, Philly. That was all there was. And what did I get out of it? Yeah, I found a bunch of people who, number one, didn't judge you for anything. They didn't judge you for how you look. They didn't judge you for who was on your T-shirt. They didn't judge you for the way you talked or what level of society you were in. Everybody was there to be equal, right? And then the other thing is everybody, and this is the '90s, right? And it's funny you brought this up because I was thinking about this. And in the '90s, if you think about it, you had a lot of kids that were in broken homes. You had a lot of kids that drugs and divorce had put them in their grandparents' house or this or that. You had a lot of people that my parents weren't in a broken home or anything, but my situation, my dad was working 7 days a week, 2 jobs to support a wife and 2 kids, and you had a lot of people that were younger and were a little upset about all this. And to go somewhere where you could get some of that energy out and not get in trouble, and if somebody got hit, it's not we're not fighting, and
Right.
people are going to, it's okay. That was kind of a good thing for a lot of people. And I'm telling you, places that allowed that, you probably prevented a lot of kids from freaking out in other places because they could go somewhere and get their shit out per se, and be better and feel good when they left and have phone numbers, because back then there was no internet, right? So
Right.
you had phone numbers of people that were like you now and people that enjoyed this music that nobody else liked but you found interest in, right? And then funny enough, years and years later, now I'm in media and I'm covering this stuff, but somebody asked me one time, they said, what do you see as like one of the biggest changes from '94 till now? And it's the volume of people that are at these shows, right? Like when I was going in '94, if a couple hundred people showed up, that was a huge event, right?
Yeah.
And now, as you said, we're covering events where 80,000 people are at, and that's pretty cool to see. To be someone who's lifelong in this and see it go from the basements and underground, and now we're mainstream. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like
Cheyenne,
watching your favorite band, like, start very small and then all of a sudden, like, blow up overnight on the internet. I mean,
What did you say there? Say that again.
I was just thinking about it, like, in the sense of like seeing like your favorite, like maybe like local artist or
Yeah.
underground band blow up overnight on the internet. I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's still the same like feeling of like,
Yeah, to just see it get to the side. Like, I'll give you an example. As a Delawarean, we had NASCAR twice a year, right? Since the beginning of time, right?
Dover race, right? Great spot.
Passing there tomorrow.
The people would come and, like, I remember in the late '90s when you're 100,000, 200,000 people were here on Sunday race day, right? And I remember me and one of the cameraman Johnny, he's my brother, and me and him used to go to the Dover races, and we used to say, can you imagine if this many people would show up for a metal concert? That would be absolutely amazing, And now, just this past year, we shot Sonic Temple. I mean, I think there was close to 90,000 at Sonic Temple. We shot Incarceration. That's another, 50, 60,000. And it's there, there's people showing up, for days, and their campers and their tents, and it's the same type of vibe, and it's
I think about
cool.
that with so my boyfriend, he's in a band. I don't know if you guys can actually hear them practicing right now in the background, but I always think about that, like when I go to his gigs, and then if I go to like see one of my favorite bands and I see like thousands of people, I'm like, this could be my boyfriend someday. Like, it will be.
Well, let me comment on that. So we sponsor a couple bands, and two of them since the beginning of this really has been Nailbite and Traverse the Abyss, right? Yeah. So you're talking two bands that we literally watched and helped go from bar bands to these festival stages. Yeah. They both played Louder Than Life. They both played Incarceration. And your dream can be reality. Don't, and it happens like that,
I always tell him, like, just think about it as if you're already living it. Like, I think we talked about this last week. Like, just talk about it like it's really happening. Like, when we are big, when we are touring in these cities and stuff like that, like, it'll make it come true. I mean, just keep believing.
I think as a band, you have to like set your goals, right? And you have to say, all right, what's our ladder here? Because okay, if our first goal is to play a stadium show, well, you know what? This is probably not going to work out, right?
Little by little.
Yeah, we got to set our goals and say because you got to be able to celebrate success along the way, right? If you just have this one big goal and you're not going to celebrate until you get there. Man, it's gonna be a long time where you got some good times, right?
So I mean, small victories matter.
Absolutely, they do. It's like American Mosh Pits. Our first, we have a show called Conversations with Vin, where I sit down. You've seen that? Okay.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you very much. That's a very personal show for me and the owner David. That was one of David's dreams with this, was to interview bands. And when we went to our first one and we did it, and it was in this small bar and everything, but to us it was this huge deal, and when that interview was over, we went out in that mosh pit with that band and celebrated like there was 10,000 people in that bar. And it was, like you said, you got to celebrate the small victories, So
I like that. Will still matter once. No matter how far you go, you're still going to look back and appreciate that, and reminisce regardless. So
I do that a lot, right? Because if I'm going to do an interview with a band, especially a bigger band, you want to do your prep work and be prepared. So a lot of things I'll do is watch my interviews and criticize myself and say, what could I have done better and all this. So
All the time.
you do the same thing?
All the time.
Are you your hardest critic?
Big time. Matter of fact, the girl Jewel that I did with Tuesday nights, she took a little bit of a hiatus, a couple months off, and she'll be back. But she says, I never watch myself. I can't.
That's
And
how
I was-
I am. I can't.
But
do
I was told this lesson, and Ben, I'm sure you'll agree. A great
Yeah.
podcaster named Ralph Sutton. He does
Okay.
a sex, drug, and rock and roll podcast. It's one of the top 50 in the world by Apple Podcasts. He said, if you can't watch yourself, what the hell makes you think anybody else is going to sit and watch you?
Oh man.
I'm like, how are you going to do better at your art if you can't watch yourself and criticize yourself, right?
I
feel
agree.
it's the same thing if you're a musician. If you can't listen to your record on and say, okay, this is something I need to change, well, you're probably not going to make it too far because you got to be open to that change, you know?
Yeah. A lot of times I'm like, there's a lot of times I'm like, oh, I sucked. And there's a while back when I used to like drink too much, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to slur a little bit. I'm like, oh, dude, stop. So now it's like a 1 beer night, maybe a 2 beer night.
Yeah.
You know, you got to watch everything. I a lot, but I don't like recording. I'm not into recording and cutting and mixing. Just lay it out real.
Funny you
And
say that because when we do our live events, when you ask Mark and the rest of the camera, I'm pretty strict. I'm like, listen, it's our job. We're producing a product. We're going to have a good time,
Yeah.
but we got to wait to have the good time until we're done our job, you know? And
Yeah, I like
that's because one of the things David and I worked really hard at, and I got like a slogan here that goes with it, is we created a professional company in a very unprofessional environment.
Ooh, that's
And,
good. That's good.
And I feel like to be able to do that, and that's why a lot of bands and venues and promoters have partnered with us because they know we're not there to screw around. They know we're there to get the job done and get a quality product that's going to get out to the people and get them to see their bands and get excited about the venues and the bands and go out to the shows, man, because that's what we're all stuck on, these phones and these tablets and, you know, and it's Friday night, let me curl up with the tablet, watch them. Oh man, go buy a concert ticket and go out with your buddies and see a band.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. You know, and interact and have a good time. So
They said
Exactly.
for me and Cheyenne, of course, they said the band is Milo Sky, her boyfriend's band. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I don't know if you can see this picture, but the dude is like he's like a reincarnated Kurt Cobain. Dude's like a little Kurt Cobain, and on
Right.
stage he brings it. He calls himself Morrison, little Cobain. Not really metal, but good solid rock. Awesome band, but like. And I said, if it's a band like that with 20 or 30 people come, or if it's a big band, like I said, 9 Inch Nails and 15,000 people come, go see music, man. It is the most therapeutic and mind-blowing thing you can experience, no matter what the level. So I can only imagine, Vin, how you feel after a weekend. How geeked and jacked and stoked are you after like a weekend of like Michigan Metal Fest? Like, how do you feel? How do you come down from that?
We are coming off of Michigan Metal Fest. We just got back on. I got back here to my house. I think it was around midnight on, so that would be Monday morning, right? And for us, Michigan Metal Fest this year was extremely special. And the reason it was this was our first major festival that we had full access where we were filming a documentary. So yes, we have been full access at places and filmed the pits and interview bands and stuff, but this is the first time that we showed up a day before the festival started and we filmed setup and we talked to workers and we went around the grounds that this festival has been on for years and talked to people. And then, you know, we did the whole kit and caboodle there on festival day. And you're going to see, it's going to be called, it's a documentary and it's going to be called Michigan Metal Fest, the 2024 experience. And it's going to be approximately 90 minutes long. And it's going to, Mark Fran, as you know, is the most excellent cameraman and editor on the face of this planet. So Beyond the Barrier, make sure you follow them. He started running cameras at 1 in the morning when we left his cabin in Pennsylvania. And he ran cameras and audio until we returned to that thing. And it's going to be a hell of a documentary when he gets done. It's going to be an awesome piece. So this was very special for us, and we're going to see how it comes out. But I'm pretty confident it's going to be one of the best things out there when it releases.
I'm excited for it. And a little word of advice to anybody who sees Mark and the Beyond the Barrier gang at a show: always be on the alert because he's always shooting and filming something.
Always shooting.
Cheyenne, you got to be ready, face ready,
That's low key me. I'm always the friend that has their phone out recording, and some people are like, "You're always on your phone. You're always on your phone." But then those same people text me, "Send me the pictures. Send me the videos. Can you take a picture of me?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm always on my phone." But
look, I'm gonna tell you how awesome Mark is. So him and he shared a conversation with me on Monday or Tuesday, and he said one of these major photographers that was there with Michigan Metal with us, and they said Mark had posted up that he had 1,500 pictures. He was like, "Man, I only took like 500 or 600." So there shows you how that kid has the eye. I mean, I always tell him all the time. He's like, "I thank you so much for letting me join the company and all this." And I say, "Mark, you make me look good, is what you do." And
Yeah.
you're priceless to a guy like me, buddy. That's for sure. And I just I am so grateful that I met Mark and that he was in a position where he was ready to do something, and he just had not found the right people to do something with. And the day I met him, I said, "This kid has something special, and we need him now. So let's just scoop him up because somebody else is going to get this, and we're going to be sitting there wishing we had it." And man, I'm glad we did, because a lot of that stuff you see with the super editing and super graphics, that's Beyond the Barrier. Mark Fran all day. He does all that stuff for us. So.
Giant shout out. If you guys at American Mosh Pit are ever looking for 2 more on-spot interviewers, Cheyenne and I are ready.
Well, you never know. We're growing fast. We're getting more requests to cover it. See, it's kind of weird because a lot of media companies like us have to reach out to the bands and to the venues, and we do our share of reaching out, but man, do we have a lot of requests come in to please attend our events here, please cover our events, can we work with you? And I've talked to other people that are in my type of position at media companies and doing kind of similar, and they're like, nobody sends us requests. I'm like, man, that humbles you, right? That makes you say, all right, we're there, we're at that level, and these people recognize us. So it's very humbling, man, to be. I'm a Joe Nobody from small town USA. Okay, I grew up on. My parents had a couple of acres in the middle of the forest in Smyrna, Delaware, and I spent most of my life there. And to be doing what I'm doing right now is it's the American dream, man. If you put your mind to anything in America and you get off your lazy ass and you put the work in, you will accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. I mean, I'm right here. Like I said, I'm the guy from a forest in the middle of nowhere. And now I'm interviewing rock stars on tour buses and going to the largest festivals. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. And I tell you, I'm thankful that we live where we live. That's for sure.
Yeah, how does that feel to make a job out of something you love? Because I mean, everyone always says they want to make a job out of what they love, but then they act like it's not possible. Like, I mean, I would love to like I said, my boyfriend's in a band. I always wanted to work with bands in some sense, whether it was managing or like content, more so content creation now. So him and I kind of one-on-one with that. Like, how does that feel?
This started with, I was like, I want to go to more concerts, but I'm an adult and I have to pay for them. So I got to find a way to get in more concerts for free. And I was like, media, that's it. I got to find a way to get in the media, right? And, it's, let me tell you guys something, and I'll tell the world this. If you really want to do something you love, more than likely, you're going to have to put a lot of free work in to get to where you want to be, where you're making some actual real money, right? And if you're not committed to do that, and I mean, you got to be committed to sacrifice everything. I can tell you that, there's all types of things I had to change in my life to be able to, as Jeff said, we're on the road. My road team out of Delaware is the most active road team out of the two. Our team out of New York is our big festival team. They really cover the big festivals. But my road team, because of where we live, we're covering all these shows from Pennsylvania to New Jersey to Virginia to Delaware to, and you have to be prepared to spend that time on the road and spend that time at the shows, and then you're coming on the road back. Are you staying in a hotel? You might not be back for a couple of days. You might, and if you're not ready to do that, and because in this media thing, you got to have fresh content all the time, boom, boom, boom. And you got to
Yes.
be on top of it, right?
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough that a lot of the people were liked us early and let me into their little circle. And now I can get the insides of hot bands and the inside leads on tours coming out and all that stuff. Because if you're not on top of it, somebody else is going to be, right? And people want to know, they want to follow who's got it first, right? So you put a lot of hours in, a lot of hours. And, one day I was calculating, and it was a couple weekends ago, and we worked 16 hours on Saturday, and then on Sunday we worked another 14 hours. And that's a lot of hours. But I work a day job too, by the way. So
I saw, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really committed to, I would love to one day just totally be media. And where the reality is, we're getting there, and that's crazy. That's crazy that this kid from the forest that attended shows in Philly and thought this was cool, and now here I am 30 years later, and this was like really my life. It's crazy. It's absolutely mind blowing and humbling at times. That's for sure.
That's so awesome.
Thank you. It is. And again, man, all I can say is we live in a country where you can do something like that. And a lot of people knock living in the USA, but man, you can do something like that. You can't do that in many other countries in the world, right? So
no, you really can't. I mean, I feel like even I take it for granted sometimes. Like, I mean, I'll bitch and complain about stuff going on in the world too, but then I think about it, I'm like, I get to go to concerts and go to my boyfriend's gigs and see other bands and meet all these cool people. And I met a lot of my friends that they don't live around here, of course, but from traveling to shows to see my favorite bands and just talking to people, because I'll talk to anybody. So,
and you can think of, like, right now in the metal scene, you have, for example, Slaughter to Prevail. They're from Russia. They gave up their whole life, everything they knew, to come to America, because this is where they would have an opportunity to be an artist and make a living on their art, not in Russia, where they're from. That's a prime example, of where people will take for granted the United States of America, but there's people coming here because they don't have these opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So really hopefully that answered your question. That was a really roundabout answer.
No, that was perfect. that was great.
You're doing great. And the beauty of what we do here, like I get a timeline. I don't really call it like a script. Script's silly. It's a timeline, how we want it to go. And I always send it to somebody who comes on. Cheyenne, this is only your second time doing it with me. I love guest co-host. I have a regular.
It's only your second time being a host?
Yep.
Cheyenne,
you're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Right?
I would have thought you co-hosted a whole season, but you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very amazing. And again, my wife talks to everybody too. And the last time we went to see Cheyenne's boyfriend's band, she's like, Cheyenne wants to be on your show. I'm like, okay, let's try it. I'll give anybody a shot. Yeah, I love it. And she's fitting night. And I said tonight, I said, are you a mosher or are you metal? She's like, well, not really, but but she's also flexible. And in this world of content creating, you got to really be into everything. You've got to give everything a shot, as you know, Vin.
Everything music related. I've tried it all.
I want to say that you're right. You got to be open, because we could be at a music festival and we're there to get mosh pits and see the metal bands. But I'll give you an example. Here you go. This is a great example.
All right.
We were at Incarceration 22. Now, this was before I worked for American Mosh Pits. This was still when I was with my own little organization. And that Sunday, Jelly Roll was there. Now, why was Jelly Roll at a heavy metal festival, right? Because he's from Ohio, and the festival is in Mansfield, Ohio. So it was kind of like a homecoming for him, I guess.
All right.
If I was not open to standing there and watching that performance, I wouldn't have witnessed one of the best performances all weekend.
Wow.
How about that? Because and I'll never forget, it was Sunday was the pouring rain day that year. And I mean, it was monsoon rain from 4 o'clock in the morning. When we were in the hotel, me and my son, and we were getting ready to go to the festival grounds, which is about 30-minute drive from the hotel. And I was like, I got a feeling we're driving for nothing. I was like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I was like, I don't want to let you down, but because he's a huge Lamb of God fan, and Lamb of
Okay.
God was supposed to headline that day. So I was like, I don't want to, they went on, they went on with the show, and I'm telling you guys, it was times the rain was sideways. There was times I was holding my poncho like this, to try to stop the rain to see the stage, and they just kept playing, and I couldn't believe it. And so Jelly Roll, he comes out to do his performance, and like one or two songs, and everybody's out there and everybody's digging it, and one or two songs in, and he's like, I was sitting backstage in my trailer, and I was looking out the window at the rain. I was thinking, God, I hope somebody's out there to watch me perform. And he's like, everybody's here. This is awesome. So, that goes right what you said. If you're not open to listen to other things and stuff, and I'm a core metal guy. I have to listen to so much metal, new metal. I got bands sending us clips daily. I couldn't even tell you the amount of band clips that are on my phone right now that I haven't even listened to. But you gotta take a step back, and my girlfriend, for example, is into a lot of alt metal or alt rock and 90s rock. So take a step back, listen to that stuff she likes. So yeah.
Gotta have a wide variety to change it up every now and then. Even my favorite artists and favorite genres, I feel like, not that I'm ever sick of them, but there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, like I'm a little tired of it. Like let's change it up.
Right.
What's weird is I've been listening to hardcore screamo metal since I was 14. My parents hated it since the very beginning. Like, this is the worst music we've ever heard. And it's still to this day, man. As you know, I'm out there with all that. That's one of, we have different jobs at American Mosh Pits. We have a total of, just to give you an example, we have a total of 7 people working together.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a bigger group than what people think. And my specialty is that the super hardcore, and the guys are like, Ben will have, when he says this is a show we got to cover, we got to cover it, and it's going to be wild. But I don't know, man. I just have loved it since I'll tell you what it was. This goes way back. Okay. So when I was about 5 or 6 years old, we lived in the city of Wilmington at the time. This was before my parents moved to the farm. And I remember our neighborhood had a cul-de-sac at the end of the road. And the teenagers would go down there with their skateboards, and they'd have their boombox. And they'd always have this thrash metal going on the boombox. And it was like, back then it was Circle Jerks and Suicidal Tendencies and Misfits, all the old thrash stuff, right? And I remember like they had the old jean jackets with the album covers on the back and stuff. And my dad had his second job. He worked for the state, and his second job was he had a flea market business where he sold furniture and antiques, right? And one day I was helping him clean some stuff up, and it was suitcases. And my dad was like, clean these up, get them ready for sale. All right. I found $50 in one. And I said, Dad, there's $50 in the suitcase. He was like, you found it? You get to keep it. He was like, tonight, I'll take you over to shopping center, buy whatever you want. I was like, all right, cool. I'm 6 years old, right? You ready for this?
Yeah.
I bought Metallica Kill 'Em All. I bought Misfits Walk Among Us, and I bought Obituaries Ride. I bought those 3 albums with my own money at 6 years old. Man, I played that Misfit Walk Among Us until the tape blew apart, man. I'm not done. And then, so ironically, I've always loved the Misfits, that Walk Among Us album specific. I could sit right here right now and sing you every song, right? And Sonic Temple this year, the original lineup headline. So you want to talk about, Cheyenne, you want to talk about awesome moments doing a job that something you love? Here's a band that for 30 years started me, basically on this journey of metal. Mm-hmm. And I got to see them, and I'm right there with the media pass, and
so cool.
There's the Misfits. These are the guys that started off for me, and that was a moment where I was pretty starstruck and just
very
like, wow,
full circle. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
Right?
full circle, right? Exactly, full
Right.
circle. He was the guys that started off for me right in front of my eyes, performing, and I'm right here.
So
This is
cool.
absolutely, yeah. It was a really cool moment. That was probably one of the coolest moments I've had in a while.
That's what it's all about. I get
Oh,
I get an inspiration from you, Vin, because like I said, I've been doing this like 8 years. I love finding the local bands,
Yeah.
uh, and it's I always say community over competition. Don't compete.
Oh,
mhm.
Collaborate.
absolutely.
Like it helped me
There's,
meet Cheyenne, helped me meet you through
Mhm.
Mark, through bands. It's so beautiful when you let it work for you in the right way.
and it's funny you say that because the media industry is very cutthroat. I don't care if you're in
Mhm.
sports media, music media, take your pick, right? And we don't have that attitude. David and I, we've been from the beginning. We're not here to start feuds. We're not here to crush people. We're not here to do it. We're here to promote the heavy metal scene. That's what
Mhm.
we're here to do. And if there's other people that are at the same event we are, and that's their job too, that's awesome because that's double promotion that the
Yeah.
heavy metal scene is going to get that night. And if we could work, and if we can work together, we worked with a lot of media companies. We'll approach them and say, "Hey, we're here, you're here. Let's share some files. Let's make some good shit." And that surprises a lot of media companies when we do that. They're
Sure.
like, "What? What did you do?" And it's like you said, man. It's you gotta. Our society is so built on be the best, crush everybody, don't have feelings for it,
Mhm.
right?
Be
And
So
first, like I said, be first. Be yeah.
yeah, I'm going to tell you this story that I've told a lot of people. I say, I remember my father. This is when we lived in the city of Wilmington. I'm pretty sure it was 1985. He took us to the Hands Across America for We Are the World.
Oh
It came
wow.
through Wilmington, Delaware at the time where we lived. And my dad took us to be part of this, right? And I remember being in that line as a little kid looking around, and you had all races, all walks of life, all ages. Everybody was there and everybody was together. And I remember that. And then came the 90s. And I don't know what the hell happened, whether it was the drugs or it was the divorce rate or whatever it was. But man, our attitude towards each other as citizens really changed. And it was a weird thing to see, man. And in music, um, to have this environment where these people have went and they have violent music and they can get violent behavior out and everybody likes each other. It's one of the things I say is there's a lot more pissed off people in America. All right.
mhm.
Because back in the day, it was a 2,000 person venue and it was hard as hell for the heavy metal bands to sell 1,000 tickets. Right.
Yeah.
And like I just said, now we're going to 80,000 people are showing up. Right. So I don't know, man. I think we need to get back a little bit to respecting each other a little bit again or something because, man, it's getting a little crazy out there.
Yeah.
It can, and there's a great channel to find the right way, a little aggression with metal and moshing. I said my wife's afraid of it. I've done it. It is what it is. It's a good time for me. When I was at Sweeney's, it was if anybody, it was John, of course, the father from Nailbite,
Yeah.
and he looked at me. He's like, "I know you're getting in that mosh pit." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Come on, Jeff." I'm like, "Okay, here we go." And then my wife's across the road. Like, no. I'm like, "John said it. I'm in it." And I didn't last. I hung. Yeah, hung. I didn't last long. But I got in there.
You got to be in shape, right? I mean, it's
Oh
physical.
my! Do you
So
ever?
we have an opportunity here. Your show is not a 100% music related show. So let's do like a Mosh Pit 101, right? For people that
Okay.
have no idea what it
Yes.
is. So all right, so you have an opportunity for people to dance around and move around in an aggressive manner and be able to physically knock into each other, push around. So you have different types of pits. All right, so different types of bands, different styles of metal will produce different types of pits. If somebody says, I've never been, what should I look for? I say, well, you should probably look at some YouTube footage of the band you're going to see live, a couple of different cuts,
Yes.
because you could get what's called a push pit, traditional push pit, right? Everybody's just pushing each other and we're having a good time, right? Yay. Then you get into some of these hardcore bands and you're going to get the swing pits, the hardcore pits.
Oh,
And people are going to be swinging their arms, they're going to be kicking, and it's acceptable. I mean, this is not like they hit you, you're going to go after them because they hit me. That's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
And that's just because that style of hardcore music, that's the way that the dance of the pit is promoted in there, right? And it's crazy because you'll go to these huge events and they'll tend to say, okay, we're gonna mix a little bit of everything in there. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? Because if you got guys just want to push around and have a good time, and then you got this dude over here who's swinging and kicking, well, somebody's probably going to get hit that didn't want to get hit, and then it all goes downhill from there. And that's one of the things I say is, if you don't want to be in a swing pit and you don't want to get hit, then don't go to one of those shows. Go to a show where they're going to be pushing, and like you saw at Sweeney's, that was like a traditional push pit. There wasn't nobody swinging there. There wasn't nobody kicking, right? It was just pushing around, having a good time. And if that's what you want, and you go to a hardcore pit, you're probably going to get upset because you're probably going to get hit. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd seen it worse. I saw it. I was in one at a Pantera show. As
Yeah.
mentioned earlier, it was Pantera, White Zombie, and the Deftones. Deftones came out first. It was light. White Zombie came out a little more, maybe even push pit. Pantera came, that was swinging. And I was trying to swing with all I had.
Was this the 90s?
90s. It was at the, back then it was the Camden Waterfront, and it was
Yeah.
an incredible show. Like I said, the girl I was with, I picked her up, put her over the fence, and she ran to the lawn, and I was up front getting my ass kicked. It was a great time, though. Don't get me wrong. It was a great
Listen,
time.
it's just funny because all over the country, mosh pits aren't the same, right? So you have different regions that this is something I've learned with my job traveling around. I didn't know. I grew up here on the East Coast, moshing in Philly and Jersey. I thought this was the style everybody moshed everywhere. Well, that's not the case, let me tell you. So it's funny because I think back to an interview with Jonathan Davis, right? You guys know who he is, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, God, yeah.
they were doing a deal where they picked up a couple soldiers and they flew them on their corn jet back across the Atlantic, and then they did a show, okay? And then the soldiers got to go, and then they flew them back, you know? And on the plane, they were doing interviews with the band people, and then they put all those cuts into the movie, right? And Jonathan Davis, they said, because at this time, I think this was probably early 2000s, so Korn is beyond world band at this point, you know? And so they said, where you're playing all over the world, where's the hardest mosh pits? He said, Philadelphia, East Coast. Okay? So then,
it's great for the music scene in general, but
what's that?
Wow.
What did you say? What did you say?
oh, I just said Philly's great for the music scene in general, so that's pretty
Did you
cool.
know Philadelphia is the third largest music market in the United States of America?
I think I knew
God
that.
damn right. Yes.
I knew it was
Did you
pretty high. I
know-
knew it was third though.
And look, did you know Philadelphia has been one of the top 3 music markets since the 50s?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, never forget, there was a guy named Dick Clark,
Yes.
and he
Mhm.
shot a show called American Bandstand.
Yep.
And guess where he shot it? Not in New York City, folks.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia.
We'll feel you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Philadelphia is. So then you get into, I'll bring up another world power metal, Lamb of God, right? Massive. They're a world power now. They have released only a few live albums. Like we're talking 2 to 4, right? One of them, Philadelphia, is from Philadelphia, from the truck, and from the now. I think Trocadero is not open anymore, but yeah, from the
No.
truck, from the legendary truck. And they asked him, they said, why did you select from this tour? Why did you select this club show from Philadelphia? He said, because that's it. He said, Philadelphia is top of the line. And he said, we played shows that were triple the size of that show. And that club show was where it was at. So, you know, so we grew up in this environment. I did, and my friends, and we thought this was hard moshing and was how it was. I remember my first trip out west to incarceration, and pits start going, and me and my buddy and my son, and we were just tossing people, and they were like, "You guys got to bring it down a little bit." And we were like, "Oh, okay, got it, all right." So that was my induction to Philly's a little different than the rest. So,
Mhm.
The beautiful thing,
I
we're
love
proud.
Philly for the
Right?
music.
I'm
Certified.
proud to grew up in Philadelphia mosh pits. I probably
Absolutely.
got so many bloody faces in the 90s. I can't even count. And in Philadelphia, that's where it happened, buddy. And Jersey. right there at that waterfront where you were. God, I
Yeah.
can't even count it. I went to October, I think it was 94, 95, whatever year they opened. I was there for they did 9 Inch Nails and David Bowie.
I was
Ironically,
there. I was going to tell you, when you talked about the rain, I was there. And it poured like hell. And I was there.
I was in the field that evening. I think I was like 14 or 15 years old, man. And yeah, I remember being there. We took a van load of people up, and I can sit here today and say I have been to a minimum of one show at that place since that opening season.
Wow.
Yeah, I have every year. I've been to at least one. Some years multiple, but I
Sure.
have been to at least one every year since that place opened.
And that's a great venue. Whether you're in the pit, the seats, the lawn, there's always a great spot. I saw that show. When you talk about pouring rain, it was rain like hell. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not missing 9 Inch Nails or probably my one chance to see David Bowie. Even though it was a different Bowie, I'm like, I'm doing this. I don't give a
You're
shit how
absolutely
hard
right
it's raining.
there. That probably was one of the last chances to see Bowie in that area.
Yeah.
You're probably absolutely right.
And I felt that. I'm like, you know what? I got to get to this. And man, sometimes you just got to do it. I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring it up. I'm like, I got to talk about it when you talked about the pouring rain. That's awesome. Vin, I would love to invite you to do this again with us real soon because this has been great.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's been inspiring. And hell, man, maybe one day just like not here and just like on a side note just to get news from me because I love your info. I want everybody out there to know who enjoyed the stories. And if you watch this live or recorded, you can find American Mosh Pits Instagram, one long word, American Mosh Pits. Facebook at American Mosh Pits. Subscribe on YouTube at American Mosh Pits to see all these goddamn awesome videos. I was watching them all.
Thank you.
I said to Cheyenne, like, I'm going to share one, but I don't know what to share because they're all really cool. And this logo is fucking cool. And Vin is cool. And the whole gang is cool. Shout out to everybody. Mark, is that a tornado?
We call him Tornado Man.
All right, that's what I thought. I'm proud of myself. That's a great
I plug really, really fast to say that we will probably have a nice batch of merch for sale around Christmas time or shortly in the beginning of the year. So
I got to get me a shirt. And like I said, Vin, next time you're around somewhere up in this area, hit me up, man. Love to come out, just say hello and enjoy the shows. And like I said, if you're ever hurting for a couple of people to stick a microphone in somebody's face, myself, Cheyenne, we would love it.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. We're doing some different things, so you never know.
We love it. And we appreciate it. So, giant thank you to Vin Smith Jr.
Thanks,
Vin,
guys.
rock on, dude. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Have a great night.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. I got to be honest, Cheyenne. I could have probably sat here and listened to Vin go till like midnight if I didn't have to like eventually show up for work. Great
storytelling.
story.
Looking at myself, I was like, I hope I don't look bored. I'm just sitting here like listening. Like,
it's, a lot of it like it makes. And the good thing about a great storyteller, which I kind of picked up with Vin. I met him and he said, "Hey, you got a podcast? You should have me on." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I got to hear the stories." When a guy tells a story about a certain subject like moshing or metal, etc., and it makes you laugh and it makes you think and you even get a little teary-eyed about nostalgia, that's a guy that tells a story. Vin, fantastic appearance tonight.
He killed it.
Really
I never even thought about moshing in the way he was talking about it, with like getting your feelings out and keeping kids from doing like even worse. Like I never even thought about that. So that's a great way to look at it.
I'm with that, and I agree with that. There's times it's just music itself lets out its aggression. And you said mood, and you said it last week. That is, I use an upper scale word. That is gorgeous to describe it that way. Your mood. And there's times, like I said, I've been in my car and a band that I love comes on. I'm like, nah, not today.
Yeah, exactly.
Just have something a little more that's going to punch me in the face a little bit, you know?
Exactly.
So, man, I'm with that.
Just really depends on the day, you know? I
tell you what.
People breaking into my studio right now. They tried to earlier, and I said, "Get out, get out!"
We got a studio break in. What's up, everybody? There it is. It is in the house. Soon as we love it.
Oh my God, unbelievable!
My two best friends in the whole world.
Of course, Alicia Ettinger, who appeared with us last week, and you were amazing as well. And I love both you guys. You're incredible. The fella in the back, as I described to Vin, is the reborn Kurt Cobain / Jim Morrison love child, and Ryan Beckett, of course, from Milo Sky. And
Did you say Jim Morrison too?
I'm sorry?
Did you say Jim Morrison?
Yeah, Morrison, Cobain, Morrison, like love child. It's what I see in you, man. And I tell my wife that, 'cause we always try to think who you are. My wife says a Cobain. I'm like, there's some Cobain, a little Morrison, a little bit of a few different styles, and you combine it all to make. I'm gonna kiss your ass. One hell of an awesome musician, dude. I love what you do. I love what your band does. I love you guys.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much. I never heard Morrison before, so that.
I'm about to cry. You got it, dude. You definitely do. And Morrison is a little cut above just a singer. The man was an absolute performer, and you talk about your emotions coming out. That was Morrison. Absolutely.
I know he's like low key underrated. I mean, I know he's the front man of the Doors. There's no denying that. But like he's a lot more than just like a singer who's messed up all the time. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of like you said, he's got a lot of emotion. He got a lot of character. There's he influences a lot. You know what I mean? And so that's cool. That's cool hearing that. But.
I am absolutely, man. Yo, Brent Morrell in the house. The thing, we love Brent. We love his photos. Awesome photographs. And when Vin talked about great pictures and capturing moments, Brent's the guy that does it well, and he tries to do it more and more for us. We love that. And Ryan, like for me, you're not just like people say, oh, he's a musician or he's a singer. No, dude, you're a flat out entertainer in every aspect of the word. You're an artist too, which I always say. I use the word artist around here.
Appreciate that.
So Cheyenne was a little excited for this, and Cheyenne, I'll let you know. Do you want to get everybody in on this little trivia game of mine, or you just want to take it yourself? Are you like yourself?
I don't know.
Get out of here.
You guys can stay in.
You can stay in, but we're gonna play Are You Like Me?
Right here.
And I basically grabbed like 8 random questions to find out what kind of person we're dealing with and how much alike we are, etc. It's a little silly, but it's a little fun at the same time. There's a lot of hellos going. You guys are like super.
I know. What the heck?
Superstar accent. So I wrote down my answers so nobody thinks I'm cheating.
Okay.
Question 1. When you're doing household chores, cleaning, laundry, etc., do you work with music, TV, or nothing at all? Silence.
It could be anything.
Are we answering for her? Like what?
No,
Yeah,
she's gonna answer, and if you guys want to answer as well, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I have.
I usually have like some kind of like stupid Netflix like reality show on. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll throw a record on, but I don't know. I usually put Netflix on.
Wow.
If I'm cleaning my room, I'll do Netflix. If it's when I had like we're getting a new apartment, but when I had my old apartment, I would put music on. So really just depends.
Okay. I went with music.
Okay.
So you're 0 for 1 already. You're nothing like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a superstar musician right next to
It
you.
really depends.
I do anything, like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm doing chores, like I'll put it on music or like a show or silence. It doesn't matter, you know.
I can't do silence. Ooh,
No, silence is tough. I can't write.
Well, my brain runs rampant sometimes, so I'm just like kind of.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I'm my pet peeve is laundry. So when I'm folding, it's definitely music and aggressive music. I'm like, fuck, sure, throwing that shit to the side.
Yeah.
And I still got blamed for losing her Milo Sky shirt that night. She went to the show. She's like, I had that shirt all day.
Can't lose the Milo Sky shirt.
I agree. We found it. This one, and I want to see Ryan's. I want to see both your expressions when she answers.
Ooh.
When it comes to a disagreement, do you argue? Do you discuss, or do you just show unhappiness and just wear an emotion without getting into it?
These are all really tricky because I feel like
It depends on the context.
I feel like
Ooh, okay.
now that I'm older, I like to talk about it.
She cries.
Yeah, I'll cry a lot. I'm a big crier.
Crying is good. I and my wife will attest to this. I'm a pouty little baby, even at my age. I show I'm unhappy.
But-
I let everybody know. And
Mhm.
my tell is if I'm mad at somebody, I don't look at them when I talk. Like I'll be like that. My wife's like, I see you're not looking at me. I'm like, I'm fine.
Like,
And
yeah,
I'm
he's mad, he's
she's
mad.
there and I'm there, right. And we're 0 for 2. But crying, huh? How about that? And that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you might see it one day. I'm a big
She's a
crier.
crybaby.
I'm a big crybaby. No shame. Gotta get it out.
I cry a little bit at Milo Sky shows.
Me
Makes
too.
Makes me so happy.
I cried to him yesterday because I had to go home, and I was like, "I'm gonna miss you." And I was like, "We spent literally like the last like 2 weeks together, but I'm already crying."
I was like, damn, bit. No. I'm like,
He calls his boys up, man, this got this shit crying and everything. This one's for everyone. Because I this one really always intrigues me. When you're sleeping, fan on or fan off?
On.
On.
On, always on. Fan off, people scare me. I don't care if it's 10 degrees out, my fan is on.
My fan's on during a blizzard.
Yeah.
Something like chili is like
It's the best.
The best.
Like,
Yeah.
Just the sound of it. It's so soothing.
Right, and the little what they call kind of white noise.
You know who sleeps with the fan off? Liam. Like Liam would do something like that. Now, do I know that for a fact? No, but like he would.
Come on, Liam.
No,
You
you
know,
know what's
he
even
told me
worse?
Sleeping
People
with your
with
socks
socks
on.
on.
That's what Liam does. Liam, I know you're listening. He
He's
sleeps
gonna
with the
start
socks
typing.
on. It's like
Socks on is the
he acts like it's normal too. It's like
Oh,
it's like a
heck no.
okay, Ted Bundy.
is
Come on now.
it is the most uncomfortable thing. And not only that, not to get weird or gross, my little female dog likes to lick my feet when I sleep. And that's kind of soothing. So if I wear socks, and it sounds nasty, but it's actually
Yeah, no, you gotta
That's
give her a
crazy.
treat.
it's actually the number one showing of affection a dog gives to its owner.
licking specifically their feet or licking them in general.
They actually say mostly feet. It's almost like they say the feet are three things. It's a show of love. It's a show of like an obedience, like you're their master. They understand that and they love you for it. And it's also a sign of they like salty tasting stuff. And trust me, after a day at work, ain't nothing more salty than my nasty ass feet.
Salty dogs.
Right.
Interesting.
All right. Now, another one that stumps a lot of people and goes 50-50. When you're sleeping, TV on or off?
Off.
I do both, but I do like to sleep with it on. Like I need some kind of like ambience. I don't like a dead quiet room. Like I got to hear like the fan spinning or like the TV. And sometimes I put like a timer on. Like I need it just to fall asleep, and then like once I'm out, I'm good. But
That's a good one. Cheyenne?
Usually when I'm at home, I'll turn the TV on, either like some kind of like YouTube video or something, and I'll fall asleep to that.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
But I can easily knock out without a TV, so I don't need it to fall asleep.
No
TV
denying.
on, yeah.
Okay, no denying it
TV
helps to
on.
fall asleep.
It
But like
does.
when I'm like deciding I'm gonna go to bed,
You gotta
Like,
listen to some
pure-
ASMR
pure
before bed.
hello darkness, my old friend.
But here's the bitch of it, though. I leave on TV Land. Because I like the old
Oh, yeah,
nostalgic
yeah.
shows. And sometimes by 2 in the morning and then Seinfeld comes on, I'm like, oh shit, now I'm awake. Even though I've seen every episode a million times, I'm still just glued. And now I can't go back to sleep. So,
Yeah,
it's
right.
not-
That's like Like I mean, if I wake up and South Park's on, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna.
Right. So TV on can be dangerous. All right. Now, I don't know anybody's habits as far as vegans or regular eaters, etc. So this one, steak or seafood?
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, I
Holy
like that.
smokes, man.
Mm.
So I will say I was vegetarian for like 2 to 3 years,
Okay.
and then one night
I don't know.
I got drunk with my friends and decided I'm just gonna get some McDonald's with you guys, and then it all went downhill. And I wasn't a big steak person until on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, his dad made steak, and I had some, and I was like, oof, I don't know what I've been doing. So I would say seafood because I ate seafood forever, but yeah,
See,
I know you're gonna say steak.
Yeah, in a way, I want to say seafood because like steak is steak, but then like seafood, there's like a variety
Well, that's good. I didn't really think outside the box of it. I'm thinking just a big fat steak.
because like seafood, it could be like crab, whatever, lobster. But I think I'm gonna go steak because I feel like if I go out to eat, like
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna want steak. I think. I mean, it's hard because I love both, but
Steak. You get normal steak. You get cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
You know,
I gotta tell you,
seafood. I love lobster. And
there you go,
crabs.
surf and turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
See, Kenny knows what's up.
Kenny
Uh,
Kenny is a sensational rock star himself in the band Harkin. Welcome to Kenny in the house. So far, Cheyenne, I love you, of course, but I'm more like Ryan and Alicia.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You and
man,
I
I'm
are-
like the oddball out here.
yeah. Look at that.
Really on the page. Now, this one, this is easy for me. I don't know about you guys. Baseball or football?
Baseball.
Well, I mean, it just depends. Is Tom Brady still in the league or not?
Well, let's say no, because he's
No,
not. He's
baseball.
wow.
No question, baseball.
You
Baseball.
all suck tonight. Football.
Ah.
I like,
right.
but
Well,
I'd
I
rather watch
understand
baseball.
baseball more.
I'll say this.
I don't get football.
Between the two of them, if I'm not watching like the Phillies, I can't watch any baseball games. I can't watch the Yankees, the Dodgers, and I know those are the two biggest organizations. I can't watch.
That's fair.
I'm not
Okay.
watching the Diamondbacks versus the,
The Cubs are.
the Cubs. Yeah, I'm not watching that, but I'll watch any NFL game.
That's
like
a good point.
Great
so
point.
I'll say that.
Even the shitty Thursday night games that are always horrible.
I know, like the
Who is-
Titans versus the Steelers. Like I'm still watching it. Yeah.
Her and I worked in baseball. We both worked for the Reading Phillies for a
Oh,
couple
that's
years.
pretty cool. Well,
So
see,
we kind of, I mean, it became, at least for me, I was there all the time.
Yeah.
I was a front office intern, so my life was literally wake up, baseball, go to bed, repeat. So
Mhm.
wow.
I learned
That's
to
pretty
really,
cool,
really
though.
like it.
Yeah.
A little jealous of that. We got two more.
I like
One is
Huh.
one is very. I want to go on with like 100 on, but one is deep and one is very simple.
Oh boy.
Oh
The
God,
simple one is blue or red.
Blue.
blue.
Easy.
um
I'm gonna have to, Ryan. I know your answer. look at the room we're in right now. Well,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
have
see
to
it
go-
on here, but every other wall in here is the brightest red.
yeah, I'll go red. I'll go
Yeah.
red.
Red.
Wearing red
on.
pants.
Yeah.
And he wears usually red tights. I went with red.
Okay, you guys.
I love them.
win.
I love 'em both. But being Italian, you got to be red. My Phillies hat is red. This all about the hustle notepad I saw for my wife is a pinkish.
It
So
just
that's
means like let's take over. Where blue was like, oh, let's lay down.
I'm using blue banners tonight. Easy on me. All right. Oh, actually, there's two more.
Keep them going.
The next one. Impulse or plan. Could be
Plan.
anything. Wow. I didn't get to like give the odd one plan. Wow.
Well,
Plan.
isn't it funny that she said plan, but her answer was impulsive?
Mm.
Wow.
Oh. Ooh.
That was plan.
You know, I'm starting to thinking like Ryan was winning this competition. Alicia really just pulled ahead.
Just-
Talk about
Yeah.
you know your horses. You took the whip to the horse there and moved in. That was a big answer.
I took the
But,
reins.
I'll let you finish though. My bad.
No, you're good. That's great. I'm impulse.
Yeah.
Not me. Oh my! I'm
Same.
getting
What about
getting
you?
there because of him
I'm
and my
more of a
best friend.
planner. I like
Yeah.
to know because I lead like a very busy life between like
Mhm.
work, my business, other heaven forbid I have a social life. Like I need to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, what
Oh.
time. Like I need to have structure.
Outfits, food, sleep.
Yeah, I need.
Oh
to,
my god.
I'm
I'm like-
spontaneous, baby. I'm spontaneous.
Right. Spontaneous. And I can tell that, of course.
I was spontaneous tonight. Like I didn't think that I would be here and buying Ryan a Big Mac at like 9 p.m. But
True. And
No.
I love you all for it.
That was
And,
cool.
Ryan, I've seen you be impulsive. You pick an object, you climb it. We've talked about this. So I know what you're all about, and that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm impulsive, but sometimes to a fault because I'll go to Target for one thing and leave like $300 worth
Yeah.
of T-shirts and Funko Pops.
Yeah,
and-
I'm impulsive
and,
in that sense.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
I just-
definitely
They
are
impulsive when it
women,
comes
right?
to like buying things. It's hard to say no. Like I went to the this like horse store the other day because like I said I have a horse show coming up on the weekend and I was like, oh, I literally have like 2 things I need to get. I was there for like an hour and walked out with like $100 worth of stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. And that is the way I am. Now, for the coup de grace, the main question of the night.
Deep one.
Think hard. And everybody out there, don't hate me when I answer.
Oh no.
No.
We all know Philadelphia is the town of the cheesesteak. Easy, we're not going there yet. We all know that Philadelphia is the town of
already know
the
my answer.
cheesesteak.
Mhm.
Oh, we're going to get to that next. Now that you're all here, that other subject is next. Cheesesteak, Whiz, American, Cooper Sharp. Go. And take your time.
Oh.
American, that was fast.
Neither. Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say.
And I
Cheese
know
Whiz.
that that's like the basic answer of Philadelphia and stuff like
Whiz.
that.
It's just so good though. Like,
It's just the best.
I hate the people that say Whiz isn't even real cheese. That's half
I
the
know.
beauty of it.
It's like I love it. Like it's
you're
like,
already eating a million
Cooper
calories.
Sharp
Like who cares?
doesn't exactly do it for me. Like
Mhm.
will I eat it? Yeah, I'll you know what I mean? Like no problem. I'll still eat a cheesesteak
Yeah.
with Cooper Sharp. But Cheese Whiz all day, every day.
That's right. That is the Philadelphia way. I almost said the American way. I don't know. It's
It's the
the,
American way. No.
it's the Philadelphia way. Cheese Whiz on fries is good. Cooper Sharp, Kenny. I'm a Cooper Sharp fan, but Whiz is my go-to.
Mhm.
Did we get Cheyenne's answer?
Yeah, I said Whiz.
You said Whiz as
What
well.
did you
Yeah.
say?
All right.
American.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't dislike Whiz, but
Yawn.
Yeah, American is like when I make them at home, I'll go out and get like the shaved ribeye. I will go out and buy like a half pound of Cooper Sharp. On the ones I make at my
With
house.
bacon on fries. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love cheese.
Mhm.
Because it's hard to find a great cheese whiz at the store that you can make as perfectly runny and thin and streamy as they do at the steak places.
I love it.
No,
Oh, so do I.
Where's your favorite cheesesteak place?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Did we talk about this? We might have talked about this last week, but
I don't think we did. We started, we tipped on a little bit, and
yeah.
I got to tell you what, it's because I talk about liking Whiz, and it's not really a Whiz place, but Cafe Carmela in Northeast Philly, and they're an Italian restaurant, but their Cooper Sharp with the ribeye is one of the best cheesesteaks around, in my opinion.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you just pick a cheesesteak that doesn't use cheese whiz? Is that what you just said?
Right, I did. I know, right? Is this
Okay.
like the dumbest thing ever?
No.
also-
Hey, you know whatever one does it for you. Do they have the option for cheese whiz?
No.
I guess not. No.
Mm.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Right. All right.
But I mean,
whatever
for-
one does it for you, does it for you.
for
I
the
love
classic-
it. And the Angelo's for the cheese.
Not yet.
Oh, your life is gonna
Oh,
change.
That's what I hear.
That's my
So
favorite. Do you like a
good.
harder roll or do you like a softer roll?
I'm either way. It depends on the sandwich. Like a nice hard seeded roll and like a nice thick slab of meat. Yeah, I
Mhm.
could do that. Softer roll if you're going a little flatter because you don't want to chomp into like this little thing. So,
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
but man, this was
Yeah, Angelo's has like the thicker seeded, like they're not really thick, I guess, but like they're like the crunchy seeded roll.
Yeah.
So
that
good.
that does it for me.
It's the
I
best.
love that. I love it.
I love it, man.
Wonderful.
We're dissecting it all here tonight, and I really enjoy it. This is great.
And
All right,
all
so
the show does is make me hungry every
It's always
time.
right, yeah,
Shit.
and that's I was
Your show right here.
I was told last night, like somebody said the thing I love about your show, not on the show, but somebody, another band, a dude from Josh from Burden to Guilt. Shout out to Josh. He's like, you know, I love your show. You go to everything and you don't direct at everything. You do sports and music and movies and TV and food. And I talk about food and I am freaking I can go for like cheese whiz just all over the beard right now. I really could.
I just had a
Cheese
Big
fountain.
Mac. I just had a Big Mac.
You're
I'm
good.
so hungry.
We got crumble cookie downstairs that I'm like gonna like tear into after this, you know.
I want McDonald's now.
I know. I love how I bought Ryan McDonald's, but
And
not
not
even-
me.
I know.
And then I was eating
What
a
a-
Big Mac
what a concept.
downstairs. My band's downstairs, and like, you know, they're all just like. All right, so Big
I
Mac
know
and
what the
fries.
rest of us are doing. We're all gonna go back out to McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Milo Sky Yo-Show night at your local McDonald's. I wish I was close by. I'd be sitting
Yeah,
in
I'd
that
be
parking
like,
lot.
look
but-
at
Yes,
us.
this is the best. We love this. Milo's
All right.
Yo show.
Okay, so now let me crack my knuckles here.
Mhm.
Got to see if I have a. Did I put up a billboard for this? Did I?
Billboard.
I mean a banner. Sorry, not a billboard. Oh, here it is. Okay. Why I dislike the Beatles.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want
Before
them in this though? No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever they want to do. If they want to hang on to be part of it, or just me and Cheyenne want to duke it out. First of all, I
Listen,
can't.
I'm not gonna dog on you. I want to genuinely like hear, and that's okay.
Okay. And I don't want to skip this part of the program. My wife, of course, isn't in the
got you.
house. And talk about somebody who loves the three of you more than I do. It is, of course, my favorite people all on one screen, with the exception of me. Thank you. No. She is a massive fan. We are massive fans of all of you. And like I said, when I told her that Cheyenne and Alicia were going to, come on and help me co-host the show, she was ecstatic. And of course, when Ryan pops his face on wherever it is, no offense, Cheyenne, she's a married woman.
Sorry.
She loves Ryan. I mean, hey, what the hell? Who doesn't love Ryan? God damn it! So
That's
no,
what I would say.
and September 4th is her birthday, and I got her tickets to go to see Bowling for Soup. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. She did one of her
5.
yes, one of her favorite bands, and I kind of surprised her with it. And we'll take her out. Oh, so today she sent me a text and she said, "Oh, they have a sale going on for merchandise." I'm like, "Buy whatever shirt you want. It's your birthday. Let's do it." So that's
There you go.
Bowling for Soup.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what we got
awesome.
for her birthday.
That's
So
awesome.
Well,
Let's
hopefully
get-
she knows about these tickets.
She does.
Okay.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
she's in
I hope
here.
this wasn't supposed to be a surprise. She's like, what?
Yeah, that would have really sucked. Wow, absolutely. So here's why I dislike the Beatles. And I don't want people to think I'm this closed-minded jerk that just shuts out the Beatles. First of all, let's go with a little bit of Americana. Let's go American, and the Beach Boys were here in America. So for me, a British band to come over and create the sound, and all these American bands idolize the Beatles, and the Beatles brought it to me, it hurts me a little bit. Because, America. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm such a big Beach Boys fan. To me, they were the original boy band.
They can take that.
They can take that. Third of all, to me there's not, and I know I do the radio friendly catalog and the popular stuff. To me, not a lot of their music moves me. A lot of it, to me, like I said, the yeah yeahs and the do do's. I don't know. That doesn't thrill me. But
Okay.
there are songs that I will sing along to.
Mm-hmm.
Guilty. There are songs that I will turn up. Guilty. But for the most part, I will never buy a CD. I will never own a Beatles anything. And I get lynched for this. The three is, feel free to lynch me if you like. I know Ryan wants to jump through the screen and knock me out for it.
No,
but-
I want to listen. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When you posted up your Facebook status saying like I dislike the Beatles and I dislike Springsteen. First of all, I'm gonna agree. I don't like Springsteen. I don't like that at all. It's just too. It's not up my alley or whatever, anything like that. But I was so butthurt by that, and then I kept seeing that you had so much comments, and all your comments, like you kept saying like, "Wow, like Beatles fans," or like people that were commenting were saying like Beatles fans are as bad as Taylor Swift fans, and I was like, thank God I didn't comment because I'm sure that I would be as bad as a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
But I was like, listen, I love Jeff. I love Jeff more than I love the Beatles. I know you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
you heard it here, I'm gonna curse. You heard it here, you motherfuckers.
So I didn't want to be the one to be like, I didn't want to be that guy. But there was so much that was on my mind. I was like, man, this got me like, you know what I mean? But
Triggered.
I respect it. I just like, do you know a lot? Do you know like a lot of their songs? Like,
Yeah.
If I said like "And Your Bird Can Sing" and "Rain," do you know those songs?
I know Rain. I don't know And Your Bird Can Sing.
Well, that's a good. Do you know "A Day in the Life"?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, could you do me a favor? Whenever you get
some
time,
homework.
it doesn't need to be today or anything like that. But if you can listen to like "A Day in the Life,"
I write it down.
okay,
Very,
Alright.
very good.
"A Day in the Life," "Happiness Is a Warm Gun." Do you know that one?
No.
I know that name.
Okay.
I don't know if I know the song.
It's very good.
And then like "Your Blues," and then like "And Your Bird Can Sing." And if you can listen to those songs or something, and you still don't like them, that's fine. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like Liam's parents, like they like dog on us all the time because when we were kids, we wanted to be the Beatles, and we all had the mop tops, we all dressed the same, and we wanted.
Yeah, the turtlenecks.
Yeah, we all wanted to be them so badly. So they made fun of us a lot, and they made fun of the Beatles a lot, and they were more Rolling Stones. You know, like you know, I mean, his mom and dad liked the Rolling Stones more, and we were always like, oh no, the Beatles' worst song is better than the Rolling Stones' best song, which obviously is not true. You know what I mean? The Rolling Stones are one of the greatest bands of all time too.
Sure.
It's just like I'm not really going anywhere with this. I just want to say that it's like the Beatles did write some amazing songs, and you know,
well, it's like you said it over the weekend. Like a lot of people only know their like basic stuff, like
Right.
myself included. Like I know like the basic Beatles songs, but like if one like the songs you said, I maybe have heard the name, but I wouldn't.
You should
know
listen to
it
them
if
when
it
you drive
came
home.
on. Yeah.
yeah.
They're
Well,
good.
I mean, like check those songs out. They're really cool. You know what I mean?
Written
Like,
down.
you know, they're a lot more than just their early yeahs and do shaking their like that.
See, I'm not the only one that thinks they're all three. Is they're doing a little head bobs. And
I'll tell you this:
They get deep.
I love the Beach Boys, and I love the Rolling Stones. There's no denying that. I love Rolling Stones over Beach Boys, but I still also really like the Beach Boys too.
Yeah, we listen to them a lot, honestly.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're going to the beach tomorrow. I mean, that's like the whole playlist. going on.
Absolutely.
You know,
This
but-
one I got to do this one also because Cheyenne said it. You guys played a little snippet, and Cheyenne said suddenly everybody is an Oasis fan. Oasis is reuniting. It's just the brothers Gallagher, which makes some people mad. Like that's not Oasis. Well, yeah, it is. I mean, the brothers Gallagher is Oasis, as you know, and I will say this in a room full of people, and I might even cry. When Milo Sky does cigarettes and alcohol, it changes my life. It changes my mood.
So fun.
You guys did it on the stage of the Fuge for my goddamn birthday, and and Ryan pulled me up on stage. I still don't know to say how you got me on stage. Your strength is unbelievable. You actually pulled me. I kind of think I kicked Cheyenne in the head, but I made it on stage. We kind of sang at the end. I gave you a kiss on the head. Great stuff. How do the three just feel about it? Is this the right move? Is it a money grab? Can it last? I don't see it lasting. I really don't.
they I usually wouldn't think that they could last, but like I said, like for the past like 3-4 years, I was saying they're gonna get back together. And then it was about like a month ago. We were at Beverly Hills Tavern.
It wasn't even a month ago.
It wasn't even a month ago. It was like 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, they're not getting back together. And then they did, and I was like, wow. And I know this sounds stupid, but I like, I want to make a career out of doing what I do. Like, you know what I mean? With these guys, my best friends playing music and stuff. And like, at some points it can be like, it's like man, this is really tough. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I have doubts, you know what I mean? And then something like this happens, and I go like, you know what? Never lose faith, even in stuff that you don't believe are gonna happen. Like it's like this wasn't just a band getting back together that I really liked. This was brothers. This was family.
Yeah.
This
Wow, I'm
was.
about to cry. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. I don't want to see Ryan pulling any Gwen Stefani shit. Like I don't want to see Ryan as a judge on The Voice, and the rest of the guys are out in no man's land. I don't want that. Cheyenne, how about you? Oasis reunion, yay, nay? Are you a fan?
Yeah, yay! I was excited. He told me about it. That they were like talking. Oasis was talking about it on Twitter. And I was like, "Oh, I wondered, did you manifest that?" Yeah, like like tweeting each other with like little hints and stuff. I'm excited. I mean, I'm not as big of a fan as Ryan is, but I grew up liking them, and like as basic as it is, Wonderwall has like a very special meaning to me for like a friend. I feel like they're that band that everybody like we were talking about this in the basement. Like everybody knows their music. They might not know Oasis like as the band.
They have a handful of like the most famous songs.
Yeah,
like they really do.
So I'm excited. I want to go see them. We're playing with the idea of going to London. So that would be cool.
Oh, Jesus. Alicia, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I'm not like I can't call myself like a huge fan, but Wonderwall was the first song I heard by them. And I remember very specifically because I was in, I think it was my like 7th grade like music class. And we did this thing where it was like music theory, and like our teacher would play like
Mr.
Luckenbill.
Like,
it was literally
what?
It was literally a list
Mr.
of like 10
Luckenbill.
different songs, and he'd play like a snippet of them. And I don't exactly remember the context. I think it was you were supposed to write kind of like what the music made you feel, like within this like 30 seconds. And he played that song, and I remember like I can picture it in my head. I just pictured like a music video in my head. And to this day, I can still see the same thing. And I remember going up to him at the end of class, and I was like, "What was number 7? Like, what was that one song you played?" And he said it was "Wonderwall" by Oasis. And I YouTubed it as soon as I got home, and so
He was a great teacher.
Yeah.
He was the teacher that taught me all about the Beatles, and he was a massive.
I never
Beatles
had
fan.
a teacher like that ever.
Me neither.
It was cool. He was the one that let us play Beatles Rock Band. I don't know if you got to play that, but the one day he was like, let's just go to the auditorium and play.
Although I heard a couple of different radio stations say that "Live Forever" or "Gonna Live Forever," whatever, is like the greatest song ever made. I don't buy that.
I think it's up there. I love that song.
It's a good song. It definitely is. But I heard a couple of, like,
Very
saying like
emotional.
it's seen as like the greatest single ever written. I'm like, wow, really?
It's
Man,
hard to pick favorite songs, and like I feel like
Yeah.
picking a favorite band is easier than picking favorite
Yeah, because
songs.
a song is so specific.
But "Live Forever," I would put it up there. That's as one of my favorite. If I had to pick like a top 10, maybe we could do that on another show, like top 10 songs.
Yes.
It takes like a while to get through, but "Live Forever" is.
We can, like I say, always keep it top 5, but top 10 never hurts either. Of course, the other big music rumor news that turned into a disaster was the Linkin Park and Sum 41 rumor that the lead singer of Sum 41 was going to join Linkin Park.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was. And actually, so here's the big thing, and this is how it really got wild. So the rumor started. Sum 41 announced that they're disbanding after this last tour. Their lead singer had played with Linkin Park in the past. Of course, Chester, rest in peace, left a void, and everybody's saying Sum 41, their lead singer, is going to join Linkin Park. Linkin Park goes out and puts this big countdown on their page, like a 24-hour countdown, and numbers just starts counting down. It ended today, and all that happened was it got to 0, it turned around and started back again, going in the opposite direction. The rumors is, and the things that people are saying, and supposedly this happened on the website, they came out with the phrase, "In the end, it doesn't even matter." So basically it said, thanks for tuning into this.
Yeah, no, I know the song.
Thanks for tuning into this countdown. You're an idiot. Kind of.
Wow, that would
you know?
piss me off, but
Yeah.
also I'd be like, all right.
All right. You know, that's not bad. And Sum 41 is a good band, but like I don't think that's the band to take the steps of Linkin Park. I kind of think Linkin Park should maybe just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I missed this. What were we? Linkin Park?
Yeah.
So we're talking about the Linkin Park and Sum 41 rumor, and Linkin Park had the big countdown. Supposedly the countdown, the 24-hour countdown, got to 0, and supposedly it said, in the end, it doesn't even matter. So the countdown meant nothing. It restarted again, and yeah.
It's pretty funny, though.
It is kind of funny.
I like 2 Sum 41 songs, the 2 most famous songs, and Linkin Park. I can't get into it. How do you feel about it? You might have explained this already.
No.
No, I'm okay. When Linkin Park first came out, I was blown away. I'm like, man, this is going to be my band. And then the second album, I'm like, all right, sounds just like the first. And then the third one, they tried to get all different with. I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks. But I can live with Linkin Park. I like some. Yeah, they're good. They got some good tunes. I like when they kind of like throw back to 80s rock where they said they started, or 80s hair bands where they started. I'm cool with that.
Right. I in 3rd grade, I had like all the music downloaded on my like Juke phone, like slide, like flip it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know,
I was more embarrassing. I had an iPod.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's I think that's actually better than.
Mini.
I think that. Oh wait, the one that was like a little tiny like.
No, that was
little
like the
slip.
Nano. The like.
Oh my
iPod.
god, I had that, and I used to listen to John Cena's theme song, like over and over and over again. On that, like I was like, my brother was at like baseball practice, and I was like, you know, I was like, what's the lyrics to that song?
You can't see me, my time is now.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I had that on Nano.
The iPod Nano, yeah.
I had that and the Ludacris song that was like, Move, bitch.
Get out the way.
Get
I mean,
Of course you did.
I sit there laughing at John Cena like I didn't have Glass Shatters by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I used to put it on in the car and just play with it like I was the baddest dude in town. Because
and that's better. And that's no question better. Like I like are you a WWE fan? You were at Raw the next day.
Yeah, it was at Raw. Yeah. Right, the day after WrestleMania. So I grew up with wrestling and I loved it. Then I fell off for a while, but no, the Attitude Era was.
Yeah. Oh
it's
God.
coming to Netflix. I'm excited to see what they do when it hits Netflix. Hopefully, it gets a little more
I heard that.
gritty. Yeah.
Fun fact, and we don't need to keep talking about WWE or whatever, but when Zach and I are stepbrothers, and we didn't like each other at first because we were kids, and I think we did all the Transformers.
They might have.
I also don't like Transformers, like I like Megan Fox. No, I'm just joking.
I don't. You're allowed to think other girls are attractive.
Megan
I don't
Fox
care.
is ugly.
No,
I don't.
That's
I don't.
saying she's hot.
No,
I don't like Megan Fox. I love Megan Fox.
Oh, okay, all right. No. Obviously, she's very, very pretty. But anyways,
Pretty. Do you ever notice men say women are pretty around their girlfriends or wives? I say like, oh yeah, she's pretty. My wife's like, come on now, stop.
It doesn't bother.
No,
like
she's
it
gorgeous.
does not
No,
bother
she's
me.
obviously
I don't
gorgeous.
care.
Not the most gorgeous girl that I've seen.
Okay.
This is getting way too cute.
But anyways, with WWE, Zach and I wouldn't like each other because we were kids when our parents, divorced.
I think I know
they met each other,
I think you told me this.
and like we did not like each other at all. And I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna get a little like out of pocket here. But one time I thought of a plan how I could kill him. When I was like 8 years old, I was thinking, how can I kill him and like get away with it? Because I was like a little kid, and I was just like, "You're not my brother. You'll never."
This is like the I
Step
don't know if
Brothers.
this is like reality or you're just describing the plot of Step Brothers.
No, I'm being serious. Like this is how I felt at one point. But
the opinions of Ryan Beckett do not reflect the opinions of the Yo Show. I gotta give a disclaimer. Holy Jesus!
So,
His current 2024 views are
so not like appropriate at all. You know what I mean? And I love him. I love him now. He's
They're
my
best friends
He's
now.
my stepbrother, but he's also my best friend, and he is a brother to me.
That's
You know?
awesome. I was gonna
literally the plot.
tell Cheyenne to never let Ryan cook, just in case.
Oh God.
Wonder how I can get rid of that.
Oh God.
Wait, why?
Hey,
Like you kill him and feed him to us.
Oh my God!
No, I meant like if you were trying to find a way to kill somebody, you just say it's through food.
Like poison your food.
Oh my God! I'm taking it the Jeffrey Dahmer route. Yikes!
Oh wow! What? Cause what do I look like, Jeffrey Dahmer? With
No,
the
I
blonde?
No.
No, that's just my first thought.
No, you
Wait a
meant like
second,
you
wait a second.
poison your food.
That's just my first thought.
Wait a
I
second.
always joke around with that with Cassie. Or sometimes when she's like, "Can you get me a pillow?" and I'm always like, and she's like, "Don't do that. It freaks me out." I'm like, and I would say, "Don't worry. If I ever killed you, it'd be something in your food." I shouldn't say that because God forbid something happens. I would never kill anybody. I love
I
people.
look up like the what was the actor? I forget. Not Ross Lynch.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
He looks
Yeah.
like Evan Peters too.
Oh, he's got the glasses on now. I'm just freaked out.
When he
Relax.
played Jeffrey Dahmer.
I
That's
just want to
like,
take some pictures.
No,
Then you
it's
can leave.
freaky how much you look like him. Specifically, Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer.
You two are in the house. I mean, feed the man McDonald's, whatever makes him happy. Or else.
That is crazy.
It is a little crazy. Well, we're almost near the end.
Jeffrey Dahmer on this
Yeah, my
podcast.
bad. That's
This better
where
be
my
the
head
highest
went.
rated. This better be the highest rated podcast in the Yo Show history. I mean, we put on Jeffrey Dahmer here.
Right, and people are going to think it's actually him on the show. Let me remind people that are out there watching, of course, this Saturday night, and Ryan's been a part of it, and Cheyenne, you've been a guest at it. It is the Key Concert Series. We're doing it Saturday, August 31st. It's a Labor Day party. I know Cheyenne's ready for the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. 4 great bands on this one. Archist, Sour Station, Scoopski, and Darkfly. It's at the Fuge, 780 Falcon Circle. Tickets are at the door now. The pre-show sale is over. So now you can get tickets at the door. Starts at 6 p.m. 4 great bands. It's 5 hours a band. Can't beat it. Come on out. Brian's been there. Hell, he climbed up on the goddamn windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
No ideas. But coming out, Tranquility Brewing sells beer and food at this event. SRR Promotions, the Yo Show, and the Fuse combined for this great one once again, August 31st. 6 p.m. to I believe around 11 p.m. maybe. 4 bands: Scoopski, Sour Station, Archist, and Dark Fly. We hope to see people there. That's gonna be tough, being Labor Day.
Yeah.
Hopefully, get some people. Oh, here we go. Wawa or
Ooh.
Sheets?
That's a good
Hmm.
question.
Ready? On the
Alright.
count of three. On the count of three.
Oh, but mine is dependent.
No,
Shut
we're
up.
not doing that dependent shit anymore. Cause I keep
On a
doing
count of 3. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Sheets.
Wawa.
Wait,
Okay, 2v2.
Wait, yeah, wait. You guys
said
both said Sheets?
You guys said Sheets, and we said Wawa. Okay.
Now here's why. I work right pretty much next door to a Wawa. I eat Wawa like 4 times a week.
Okay.
That's fair.
I get that.
so, and again,
Buc-ee's.
mine is dependent.
Buc-ee's.
I love Wawa for their hoagies. Like if I want something like more like food, like mac and cheese, hoagie, something like that, that's my go-to. But if I'm just feeling like a little appetizer, a little like classic gas station food, Sheets 100%. The
Mhm.
app box. You can't-
Okay.
I'm gonna explain.
They
Wawa
even
in a
have
second.
like soft pretzels and like little stuff like that. If I'm just like the munchies, like it's like 11 p.m. and I'm like, I need to go out and like get something, Sheets 100%.
Sheets
But
is good
for,
drunk
like,
food.
Food.
Okay.
Wawa is 100%.
Wawa.
From Sheets and
It's-
they're not very good.
With
Well,
Wawa,
well,
I keep it simple. I get rid of. I don't really put the produce on my food because the produce, something about their produce is kind of
Yeah.
nasty.
Okay, I'll take Wawa over Sheets because I like the hoagies. I like the quesadillas. Sheets because of the fried food. Like I'll take mac and cheese bites. Wait, we got the rest of the guys here. We got the rest of the guys.
Hey.
There they are in the house. It is the guys from Milo Sky. They act like they haven't been on. They've been on here before. We've hung out with the fellas before.
Yeah, I know. These guys haven't been on my room in years, and then Cheyenne stuff is just all over the place here.
It's a
You know what I
fucking
mean?
I have a lot of bags for the beach.
Rofo is God tier. Royal Farms fried chicken.
Yes.
Change your life. Change
Yes.
your goddamn life.
Yes.
Liam agrees. It is the official food of Milo
100%.
Sky. They should be your sponsor.
Our mom says hi to everybody.
Mom says hi to everybody.
Hi.
Everybody is in the house. The whole gang is here.
Cheyenne's not.
She doesn't care.
No, she
Sorry.
thought it was so funny when he said
Sorry,
that last.
Cheyenne.
Yeah, no question about it. Royal Farms chicken is here
Ugh.
and it's real, and there's about like 100 of them in Ocean City,
Yeah,
Maryland.
but now there's one in Douglasville.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's
We've been to that.
we've been. That's where we went to. But
Oh, you
Ocean
went.
City, Maryland, they're
There's
all
so
over
many.
the place.
We have to
and
keep track tomorrow when we go down. Remember?
Yeah, we're gonna take a shot for every
Every Royal
Farms
Farms
that
we
we
pass.
see there, and
Hospitalized.
Not tonight.
for obvious
Oh
reasons.
shit, you got Jameson.
Oh yeah. And last time Ryan conjured us all up to do shots, and of course like an idiot. And my wife's like, no. I'm like, yeah. And of course I'm like,
Did I take a
Trying-
shot when we were on here?
We didn't have anything. I don't think we had.
that's
any.
right. You didn't have anything. I think he did a shot of like beer or something. Which
We
hey,
don't-
you know.
Just chug. I just chugged
We
a
got
beer.
2 minutes left. Should we take a shot?
I can't do a shot.
No.
Come on, Liam. Peer pressure right here on the Yo Show.
You ain't driving.
Okay.
One shot, and then we're.
All right, I will pour me a Jameson if you guys are going to do
Get
shots.
tequila.
What do you have? Surprise me. I don't care.
Jesus. Surprise me, I don't care. Cheyenne's saying no. Alicia's
Join
saying
us.
surprise me.
They're the servers
Whatever.
right now.
He tells me, yo, come up here now, and then like he's like, oh wait, now come down with me. It's like, what do you want?
He's getting
That Ryan
sauce.
Beckett, he's spontaneous.
He is fun, right? He's fun. According to the, I'm gonna go back and watch like the Q&A because I had like a lot of fun with that stuff. Michael
It
Kennedy,
was
of course,
fun.
in the house. That was
love
fun.
it.
I had a good time. I'll do more of those. I like that. I like finding out what makes people tick. Unfortunately, we won't tell Zach about what makes Ryan tick from your childhood days because you're gonna look at him a whole lot different.
Yeah. Go back and rewatch.
Yeah,
last
you can go back.
minutes.
Mm. If you're all come to the show, say I'm donating. See,
Donating.
Brent is trying to lure you to the Key Concert Series by
I'm gonna be in
donating
Ocean-
drinks.
All of us, minus this one, is gonna be in Ocean City, Maryland. We're gonna be like 3.5 hours.
You're welcome to come to Key Concert Series. Hell, I even buy your ticket. You can hang out with my wife and
There you
me
go.
and see some bands not quite as great as Milo Sky, but great bands anyway.
She thought about popping down to Ocean City, but I don't know if that's
I
worth the
know.
drive.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard for like a day trip.
Like I said, it took us,
So
when I went down to Chesapeake, it took about a solid 3.5 hours. Then you go on a
It takes a
boat and you
while.
get banged around. Oh, look at this.
I have to pee so bad. This is not making it any better. I can't. Why would you guys not get tequila?
Because Oasis is getting back together.
this one's for Oasis.
That's
It's funny how
All right.
Okay, that's not mine.
That's
Yeah,
Someone else is
this'll
getting
be
that.
mine. This will be mine.
it kind of cracks me up how every female that I have guest co-host, from Jewel to Angela, etc., how their bladders start to tick right at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And there is Miss Milo's guy in the house. Cassie is here as well. Cassie got a Led Zeppelin shirt on. No Beatles crap.
Let's go. I love that shirt.
That's a great shirt.
What's
She
the
is
Zeppelin shirt?
Cassie
yeah, it
just had
says,
one. She popped
sorry,
in.
sold out Led Zeppelin Central Park, New York City. Ryan didn't even see you pop in. Get
I
in
wish
here
I
again.
was alive for this.
Oh, no, no.
I wish I
Wow.
was alive.
Cassie.
For
Wow.
Is that a you want to send?
That's a Jameson. Do you want one?
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. Hell to the-
Yeah.
Well, then, yes, I do.
All right.
Let's go.
So-
All right, here we go.
So Cassie's birthday is the 4th. So we'll do a shot to Cassie's birthday,
Cassie.
To Cassie.
to Oasis getting back together, and motherfucking Milo Sky and the sisters
Bang.
Ettinger. Let's do it. Clink them up.
Let's go.
Hit it.
And fucking. Ew.
Woo, hit me hard tonight.
Zach was
I'm
like, "That's a baby shot." I was like,
All right,
dude,
drink
I was
up.
like, dude, this is my dad's alcohol. You know what I mean?
I also spilled a little bit of it on the bed. I'm not gonna lie.
I unfortunately spilled all of it right down my throat. Ugh.
No, I'm
How did
sorry.
you even do that?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. See,
Anyway,
Michael Kennedy is a dude I've known for a long time. I love Mike down at
Look
the
at the
Humanville Inn, and he said love this show because we get rock stars, we get pretty sisters. My wife comes on, we do shots, and we drink beers, and we talk about how much we hate the Beatles. It's a family fucking affair right here.
Wait, hold on, wait. I did tell him this, and I don't want to go back to the top. I said, "Do you know a day in life?" He said, "No." I said, "Do you know happiness is warm gun?"
No, I don't. I don't.
I said,
I got.
He's saying, "No, you're blues." No. So I said,
I was.
"Please listen to him."
I was told to broaden my horizon first before continuing this foul judgment.
Well, okay, all right. I'm gonna say,
Fair.
real quick,
Fair.
we'll talk. Just because I love the Beatles so much. This is obviously a super massive song, and I know you know this, but like Strawberry Fields Forever, you don't listen to that and go like, "Wow, that's a really, really kick-ass song."
No.
You know? Okay,
No.
all right. Well,
No.
Come on.
all
Because
right.
I go the opposite way. And like I said, again, Paul McCartney said it, like Pet Sounds is his favorite album. Pet Sounds moves me a little bit more, and then Good Vibrations, which came right about that time.
Do you know what?
Good.
Do you know what?
Cool, dude.
I love Pet Sounds. Do you know what inspired Pet Sounds?
I think you might have this backwards. Don't tell me Sgt. Pepper, because it's the other
No.
way around. Oh, okay.
Rubber Soul.
Oh, okay. All right.
I Pet Sounds, and then Pet Sounds then did inspire Sgt. Pepper, and I will acknowledge that.
Listen to back in the USSR.
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Never heard of that. Yes, I have. That's a good song, though.
Yeah.
And you know, when they rocked out a couple times, like Helter Skelter, like that's a good jam.
I'll say this for sure. I'm not gonna lie, and this as a massive Beatles fan, Sgt. Pepper, it's amazing. It's iconic as hell. I don't think it's their best album.
It's not the strongest.
You know what I mean? Like Sgt. Pepper
Concept
kicks
album.
ass.
It's a concept album.
I'm not an asshole here, Zach. I know it's a concept album, and I love.
Just
And I
If you're
still,
gonna listen to it, you gotta
no,
listen to it
I
as a
still
concept
love Sgt. Pepper. I'm just saying that my favorite songs off of it are Sgt. Pepper itself, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, A Day in the Life,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the gems. I don't like when George is doing this. We were talking about the life between. I don't like the Indian shit.
Wow. I don't like when anybody does that.
What's that?
I don't like when anybody does that. Even Ryan Beckett, because to show you how bad that was. No, I'm kidding. I don't want Milo Sky to break up tonight on my show. You're calling each other asses. You're talking about how you had dreams of killing each other and all this crazy shit. Let's just squash all that. We're all friends here. We all love. And I love having you guys here on the Yo Show. You're definitely, I mean it when I say it, that night when we went to see you guys at the Fat Lady Brewing, and Cheyenne and Alicia were there, and they, my wife was talking about the podcast. I said we'd love to do it. I'm thrilled by that. I love having you both on. You're both a lot of fun. Ryan, of course, you're awesome. The guys for coming on. I appreciate it a great deal. And like I said, man, the local scene it's just not about music. It's about family. It's about community. It's about growing and meeting people and marketing and networking, and shit brings it all together. And we do it every Tuesday and every Wednesday night. You crazy son of a bitches.
Gotta get these girls on more. Gotta get
Alicia's next.
Yeah.
Whenever you're missing somebody.
So
I don't know. I can't say it. I don't know. But whenever, Jules is amazing. Absolutely.
we love Joel. We love Joel. Thank you for that.
And I think it's so sweet. I don't watch just your show when these two are on. I watch your show plenty of times, and I love her. I love her daughter. And
she's great.
So sweet. And I saw one episode she pulled up. She had some sort of like binder or whiteboard, I don't know, whiteboard or something.
Whiteboard or white erase board.
I had a Miley Sky sticker on it. You know what I mean? And I thought that was really sweet. You know what I mean? And I love everybody on here. So
thank you. Shout out to Jewel. We'll see you in a few months. It's a great move for her. She's doing something really excellent, and it has nothing to do with what we do here. It's personal, and it's a great thing for her. So very happy for her, and we'll get her back. Like I said, meanwhile, Tuesdays are open. Next Wednesday is my wife's birthday. I won't be doing a show next Wednesday. Either that or I got to pack my bags and move out. And the following Wednesday, I have Angela, who has done shows with me in the past, so she definitely wants to go back, so she'll be there. But awesome. The Sisters Ettinger, there's always Tuesdays, there's always Wednesdays. I'll be definitely getting back to both of you. I love it. And Ryan, I love when you come on. I love when the guys come on and share their opinions. I know Cheyenne, I know I kind of put it out, and I did it a little unfair. I sent you both the group message. I said, okay, I got Wednesday night. Whoever wants to do it, Cheyenne popped in first. I can't pick between the two. I love you both. I can't pick.
She was gonna have to work, so I was like, I'll do it. Like, I'll fit in. I love doing it. Like, it's fun. And then she's like, wait, I don't know. I forget what you said. Like, I actually have off, and I was like, too late. I'm on
later, but I got done at 5. But it didn't matter because I went riding anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to get on in time. So.
And I'm at the point already after 3 episodes with the two of you combined. I can't pick. I can't.
Well, ooh.
I know.
No, I was kidding.
Hit them both up. See who, I think, just.
We should just do, more trivia, on another episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the
we can
Sisters, trivia, Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think I should pop in. Yap a little.
Jordan.
Why not? I mean.
Zach.
Jordan's next.
Zach, Jordan's here.
Yeah.
He's just.
Zach said, Zach on his phone said, yeah. No, I don't think you really heard me.
The only guy missing is Clay. Where's Clay?
He just left.
Okay. He left. He didn't stick around for the Yo show. Aw,
he's got an hour and a half ride back home.
Ugh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
I will share the secret before I shared shots with you guys. I actually shared shots. Wow, that's hard to say. With Clay at Sweeney's. We had a couple shots that day, and he's like, I'm like, shots? He's like, duh. I'm like, all right, bro. Also, holy, thank you so much for that. Hour and a half to where? Yeah, where is he?
Lansdale.
Yeah, Lansdale.
Oh, that is.
Mm-hmm.
That is a little far.
Dude, it's crazy. Sometimes he's like, would you guys want to practice over at my house today? And it'll be the first time he asks in 3-4 months, and we're like, yeah, we'll come up to you.
But then we get to stop and get what's it called?
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Ooh, there's one up here. I like Raising Cane's. Okay, I'm down with that. So I got to answer the question, and if it's a touchy subject, you guys can curse me out over. So Clay's doing that show with his old band at what the heck is the farm up here?
Where is he at? Actually, I forget, but sometime in October, October.
It's in Langer. Yeah. Are you guys planning on coming?
If we're free, for sure. We'd love to come out. Yeah.
Because my wife, I think it's Shady Brook. Shady Brook. I think Shady Brook Farm. My wife said,
I can check on my phone actually, real quick. I mean,
my wife said, "Are the guys and girls going to come?" I really don't know. I don't,
Wait, when is it? October?
It's October something or other. Yeah, you check because I.
Clayton. Let's see his.
Clayton. Ooh, pardon me.
They got okay, October 26th.
Oh,
See y'all at Shady Brook Farm.
we'll be there.
Sounds familiar.
So, I mean, if we're not doing anything October 26th, like, we're totally there.
And we're dressing up in Halloween costumes.
Yeah. And
Was it a
about-
Halloween show?
And about that Halloween show.
Yes.
What's going on? Because I'm not like, you know what I mean? Listen, if you got your own thing, that's cool. But like I'm down to dress up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
it's the one time of year where you gotta, like, you know.
One time your girl gets dressed like a slut and no other girls can say anything about it.
Yes, and I love it.
You know, you know.
My wife doesn't really get slutty though.
You mean
Yeah,
girls.
exactly.
That is Mean Girls?
That's where
Mhm.
the quote is from.
What do
yeah.
you watch that? Like, really?
What were we gonna say about Cassie with Halloween?
She doesn't get slutty on Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
that's
then
like
literally,
the
but
one
me
time-
and China are the opposite. Like,
yeah, we don't do that.
Literally, last year we dressed as the Home Alone
The
characters.
robbers from Home
Yep.
Alone.
That's
Yeah.
not slutty.
No,
No.
I was in
but,
like a trench coat.
and then we were
Like,
Harley Quinn.
Unless it's like, unless it's the
Yeah,
adult version of
we
Home
were-
Alone.
we were Joker and Harley Quinn.
That's pretty cool.
And that's more like, you know, common. You know what I
Risque,
mean? I
yeah.
get that. But
That was iconic.
this
what
year
did.
we got some ideas. You know.
All right, let's say I had a local bar ask if I could get a band to play a Halloween show. There's not really much of a stage. That's the only thing that turns me off. You know, I am about bands on floors. I like bands on stage. It's a thing. It's a me thing. I don't know.
I know.
I
No,
see.
I got you. When you're just on the floor, it's like I don't know.
Not the
It's
same
like
vibe.
it just doesn't do it.
It doesn't. I need a stage. I don't like.
Mhm.
You should just a video.
Oh, the video, the TikTok that we made of
yeah.
us.
Oh,
was-
okay.
Harry and Marv.
Apparently, it was iconic. Iconic. I love it.
Very,
It was
very,
so
something.
fun.
very
We went to one of my best friends'
unattractive.
house. Yeah.
Literally,
I mean,
the
we went
opposite.
to one of my best friends. We went to her house. We just had like a very small, like little Halloween party, and I think we were the best dressed. I mean,
100%.
everybody liked it.
But I got to tell you, bravo to the Greta Von Fleet getup. That was
Yeah,
that
that was
pretty awesome.
very
It
fun.
was.
And I like posted
Alicia
a TikTok.
just loves afros.
It's true.
I think that's like the thing.
I posted a TikTok
Wait,
and like it was
no,
like
the other
blowing
guy
up, and
doesn't
people
have
were like,
afros.
"I was in the same hotel as Josh," like, and then people were like, "I was behind you," like it was.
That was
crazy.
really fun.
That's pretty cool. Those were good.
I
That's
have
what I
pictures
like.
of random strangers on my phone. People just like coming up to me asking for
Oh.
pictures.
What we usually do on the show around Halloween time, I usually bring on like one or two actresses who've been like, you know, more like B Halloween movies, and they come on, and a lot of them dress up. And we just talk about Halloween shit, and I get
love
dressed up.
Halloween.
So if Jules not back by Halloween, there's openings. Let's all get dressed up and get
We'll
goofy.
dress up as Jake and Josh again.
Absolutely.
How about
I
this
would-
year, Drake and Josh?
There you go. I would dress up as Ryan Beckett, but I've
do
got
that.
this beard and that would never work.
Jake and Josh.
Yeah, I don't even know who of us would be Drake or. I feel like you'd be Josh. You're the funny one.
Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
I don't really see either of you
Yeah,
either. I'd say
no.
I'm Drake and Zach is Josh. Huh?
You would.
Yes, yeah. Son of a bitch. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I feel
You know-
like I'm first at least.
You know, Zach, when he was like 8 years old, he used to have thoughts.
Well, you know, Zach, like when we were
Aw.
kids, we didn't like each other. And I was a little punk bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I know exactly what you mean."
He's
I'm not
grown out of that.
You
I
know
think
you're my
I
best
think
friend now,
Alicia and
along with
Ryan
this
would have
guy.
gotten well pretty.
If anything,
Pretty well
you
as
guys
kids.
would be Drake
Is
and Josh,
anybody
and I
else
would be
wanna-
Carly or Megan.
Mhm. I don't know who it.
You know how hard it is to find costumes with a guy with a beard?
Gotta shave it off.
Never. Because one year I did. I shaved it all off. And I got actually a good costume for you guys. Me and Cassie did it one year. Zach and Kelly from Saved by the Bell. Or is that like before
Oh,
your
there
time?
you go. That's a good
We
idea.
all dress as Jeff. Hear me out.
Yeah! You all get like this big beard and a Phillies hat. And you got to be absolutely ridiculous.
Impossible. Nobody can rock that beard like that guy.
Wow.
Like,
I'm
There.
flattered.
That would
Man,
be
and
funny.
you got to have the skull jewelry and the skull
do it.
necklace and the backwards hat and this
Iconic.
beard. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So, unfortunately, this old
No.
man's got to go to work.
don't
Yeah.
say
Last 10
You
Don't-
minutes.
we gotta go because I gotta work tomorrow. Let's give a huge thanks to Vin, of course, from American Mosh Pits. He was awesome. Great
He
stories.
was great.
And he said he wants to go beyond metal. I would love to send him some Milo Sky stuff. Have him check out.
Yeah, he's got to come out to a show.
He is. Oh, absolutely. I
He'll
would
listen
love
to our
it.
recorded stuff and he'll be like, "Nah, that's not it." He's like, "That's not it." But you come out to a live show, I think that maybe he'd be like, "Oh, shit, okay, they're cool."
All right. So Michael Kennedy, sorry, dude, wants a few more minutes. I dress as Jeff when I go to raves. Well,
That
if
made
you
me
wear-
laugh. I saw that too. I was holding that in until you.
I guess Brent wears the thongs. That's a good thing. Damn it.
Yeah.
Edit, cut. I don't know. All right, so it's 10:15. We usually go to 10. I know Cheyenne's bladder's been kind of knocking at her door a little bit.
Oh yeah,
No,
like crazy.
We squeeze it.
No, I will pee everywhere.
I'm trying to think because I don't want to leave. I can hang out with you guys freaking forever. Might just call out of work tomorrow, and we'll be going on 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'll just be sitting there drinking the beers and more shots of Jameson. And
I mean,
Well,
that
gotta
sounds like the perfect plan to me, at least.
well, Brent said we're going to 11 o'clock.
Oh my god.
I'll leave it. It's up to the ladies. Your
I have to
choice.
pee so bad.
You can
And
go
we-
pee. You can go pee. We
And
got
we have to get up at he wanted to get up at 6:30, and he has work tomorrow.
Cheyenne Oasis got back together.
I know.
Like,
This
we're-
is fucking Oasis reunion night right here on the O Show.
yeah. Then
No,
we'll
I'll
sit and
wait.
think about
I'll
it.
wait.
No,
I
it's
can
okay.
wait.
Go pee.
I gotta know because if we're sticking around, I need another beer. This thing is empty.
I think, yeah, I do think that we're sticking around for.
Because they have to go. I think it's best to go. We went almost 20 minutes over.
All right.
All right, we'll
No.
wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. I don't want to
I'm
piss
down,
Joel
I'm
off.
down to chill. I'm down to talk. You know what I mean? But these guys,
Right.
they're heading out.
Oh, we all know who the best member of Milo Sky is.
There's always next week.
You know what,
We'll be on.
Alicia? You know what? If you were my neighbor, I'd run over right now and hug you for that statement right there. There's
Yay.
always next week, 8 o'clock, Tuesday night and Wednesday night live on the air show. And I want to remind everybody. Speaking of which, next Wednesday we will not be here. It's Cassie's birthday. I couldn't possibly get her foot out of my ass if I did a show on her birthday night.
What do you
The
guys do?
next. I don't know, like I said, we got the Bowling for Soup tickets. That's a couple nights after her birthday. Probably gonna go do a little dinner and just kind of chill out. But don't forget, Tuesday night, September 3rd, probably one of the Ettinger sisters because I love them so much, and the metal band Fragmented will be our special guest September
Nice.
3rd. September 10th, the Circus Hearts. Guys, if you're not familiar, get familiar with the Circus Hearts. Sensational band. They would probably love you guys and vice versa. Excellent rock band. They'll be on September the 10th. September 17th, Sour Station comes back to the program. September 24th, Stealing Society. October 1st, Lyndhurst at Central PA. And October 8th, fresh off their win at the Twisted Tea Battle of the Bands over at Casey Ray's.
Who won that? Who won that?
The Goodbyes.
The Goodbyes.
Jersey band. Very cool.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Their bass player is like Joan Jett reincarnated. She's super cool.
Nice.
The whole band's cool. They're a good band. She's
Wow,
like
awesome.
Joan Jett reincarnated.
Wow.
That's what's coming up. And not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, the Mac Brothers Philly band return. Two brothers. You know, maybe we'll do this for the Mac Brothers. We've got two sisters to host a show with me and two brothers. Right? Is that some shit there or what?
That'll be good.
Battle of the siblings.
Right.
Oh
And we
my
could do
God.
like sibling trivia. Like
Yes.
Yeah, who
Like,
does it better, the sisters or the brothers?
yes. Oh my God. This is going to be great. Tune in 2 weeks.
and then it could be
brother
like
itself.
the older brother or like the older sibling against the younger sibling.
Ooh.
Ooh, we got that.
I don't know somehow.
Yeah.
It's already
And on an upcoming Tuesday night, we're going to have Alicia and Cheyenne again. And Alicia is going to guess the couple's trivia. I'm going to ask you different questions about the couple and see what you know about Cheyenne and Ryan. And we're going to spill it all. You two are like, all three of you, all of you. Tell the band to move the fuck in. Let's get one friggin' giant house. Move in here.
That would be so fun.
As long as you guys practice in here, you can move in whenever the hell you want. And this is what I'm going to do. Everybody's got to get out of here, pee, go to the beach. You guys have a great time. Thank you again so much. Thank you to Vin
Yes.
Smith, from American Mosh Pits. But it's time to take everybody out. And you know what I do? I take everybody out with a song. Let's take everybody out with this song. The motherfucking Warning by the one and only Milo Sky takes us out of here tonight. Thank you, Ettinger Sisters. Thank you, Ryan Beck and the douche from Milo Sky. Thanks, Vin. Thanks, everybody to watch. Comment section, audience, the whole 9 yards, the family. Michael Kennedy, thank you. Another excellent show. Thank you, dude. Freedom King Films, thank you for checking us out. Brent Worrell, everybody.
Woo!
Have a great motherfucking night with one of the greatest songs you'll ever hear. Ryan and the douche from Milo Sky. It is the Warning. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.
I'm so sad to leave. Good night.
Buddy.
Now you get to listen to yourself, though.
Yeah.
Don't wanna stay, but yeah, I could've gone. Now it's only just my problem. 10 fingers wrapped around me now. You know everybody's got them. Now you gotta see me sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Suck on those words from last night. What did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Don't wanna stay, but yeah, you turn me on. I've lost the confusion. What a way to begin it all. Leaves a both out the using. Mama gotta see me fucking sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Stuck on those words from last night. What did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Don't wanna stay, but yeah, you turn me on. Eyes lost in confusion. What a way to begin it all. Leaves a bone about the using. Now you gotta see me sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Stuck on those words from last night. What did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride.